Love languages.
You got your feet up on the couch too.
Let's get to these love languages.
About the cocaine.
You ready?
Is we rolling, Biz?
Yeah, because I
go.
can see me in him.
Y'all two is right there.
Yep.
I'm right here.
No.
Me and him are right here, and y'all are over there.
We over yonder.
The only difference is we can visually see ourselves. They can't. So we know how to get the shit right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome y'all to the most dangerous show on YouTube, R.N.S.
Here.
Of course, I'm your host with the most. Definitely got a jam-packed show for us today. Sorry for the hiatus, but we back. And
We've been going through some things.
we're about to have a hell of a lot of fun tonight. Also, remember that tonight's show is actually going to be sponsored by King Caress Hookah. That's right, that's King Caress Hookah.
King Caress
Look us up,
Hookah.
baby. We in there. We're going to go ahead and start introducing ourselves, but we're going to go in the middle this time, right here in the lovely lady in the pink. Go ahead, give us a little bit of information about you. Tell them where they can find you on IG.
Oh, fuck me.
He had to.
You can find me on Instagram at R3IMIDI remedy 4U. My name is Kayla. I'm an insurance agent. I'm local here to Arlington, Fort Worth, and Dallas area. And that's just what I do.
All that shit.
I'm here on real nigga shit. I mean, so I guess we're going to see what it do.
What about you right here in the blue?
Always blue. My name's Victoria. You
Cool.
can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at CHINKVIK 2.2. That's the number 2, period 2. And yeah, we're gonna find out what these real niggas is talking about on some real nigga shit.
Go ahead and swing it over here to my man's over here, returning champion in the red.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, man, it's your boy
Ding, ding,
Chris.
ding.
Goddamn, nevertheless, don't stress on my mama, man, with all these beautiful black people, man. I'm about to talk some real nigga shit and inform some people, hopefully learn some stuff from y'all as well. People who are coming in and tapping in on the comments, make sure you do that. You can follow me at CORESS214 on all platforms.
Also remember, if you want some of that King Caress hookah, you're going to have to hit up King Caress.
We
part.
We should have had
You gotta
one that
listen
wasn't
to
lit
it.
so we could like show that bitch.
answers
I can
things
Vanna
hot.
White that hoe. You know what I'm talking about?
To my bald-headed friend on the end.
Oh, why you got to point me out there like that? See?
Just like you said, you're gonna
Why
make a
I don't fuck
bald
with
head
niggas.
man blush.
That's why I don't fuck with niggas. Nah, you disrespectful. Stay over there. S. Jenkins 03 on IG, Stanley Jenkins, aka Tony Pearl, aka Abu Bakr Sadiq, aka Sonny Koufax, aka Macho Man Stanley Savage, aka yo baby daddy's first ass whooping. Fuck with me.
Well, damn.
Hello.
Well, you already know I'm the host with the most. Find me on IG at King_it's_him. And we're about to have a jam-packed show tonight. So, hopefully y'all tuned in last week on Wednesday to You Talk Too Much podcast.
Salute.
My brothers touched on the 5 love languages. We got Valentine's Day coming up. As you all seen in the previous 2 episodes, what men really think that women want and what women really think men want. We are now here to conclude that 3-part series.
There you go.
And it's actually going to touch on the 5 love languages.
Okay.
Which is crazy as hell.
It is. So,
That's crazy. I thought you was.
Right. You was just
look,
talking about
she
the
said
blue,
all
man,
blue
it's
all
crazy.
day.
What-
Just because I got a color on don't mean I'm repping anything. I just
Sit.
like the
she
color.
just went
What
straight
I'm
blood
saying is
cuz.
crazy as hell is because I have an event running on every Sunday of February that's called the 5 Love Languages.
Plug
So what's crazy as fuck is y'all's podcast tonight is
the 5 love languages. That is
There you go.
correct.
So sit
So-
your ass down and chill.
Did I not say I got blue on? Is blue not the color of tranquility and serenity?
I don't know about none of
I'm
that.
vibing already.
You vibe? Don't
Big
vibe. I'm
Without
got the
further
light
ado,
blue
he
on.
does have the light blue on while you over there talking. He ain't too
Right.
tranquil though.
Oh.
Without further ado,
Not
we're
right.
going to go ahead and jump right into it, man.
Go ahead.
We're going to start out with the first language.
What you got?
that?
Words of affirmation.
Ooh.
Now, what is, you know what, ladies, what does words of affirmation mean to you?
You
Kayla, I mean, you.
I'm not.
I got goosebumps. Honestly, I got goosebumps on the first word.
No.
You do.
This is such
Tell
a
them about the
criteria.
angel numbers and all that shit. You sure you always talk about
Angel
that.
though.
That's
She
a
got
whole
bunch of
different
knowledge in
topic.
her head, I ain't gonna lie.
So
This is different.
We're gonna have to just drag it out.
I'll pop it off.
Jump off.
Words of affirmation. So a lot of people think that words of affirmation are just words that are being thrown around like, you know, I love you and stuff like that. And it is. But there's something deeper than that as well. When you mention the words of affirmation, as she throws the rose petals like the royal, never mind. Anyway, when you think about words of affirmation, you want to think about words that you use to comfort your mate. For example, your mate could be having a bad day at work, and she comes home to you, and you know she's having a bad day, and you just look at her and say, baby, you know everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Those are words of affirmation. Those are important to a relationship. How do you all feel about words of affirmation?
I feel like they play a major role. Shut the fuck up.
This nigga. Them ain't words.
the fuck
Words, man.
Shout out to Vicky for fixing up one of the King Caress hookahs on my mama.
Hey,
Vicky
that
Valacourt.
part, this is like the most legit fucking hookah that I've ever had to deal with.
This nigga.
Bro, honestly.
And that ain't even hype. It really is.
It's really not hype. I mean, regardless of the fact that it was hype and now I'm gonna be hype as fuck for my boy shit. But this little whole setup that we have on here, bro, it's so legit. It's the modern day hookahs. And they are fucking legit.
So,
Hi.
words of affirmation. What does it mean to you? How do you feel when you get it?
Honestly, on a level, when it comes down to like affirmation, if you're comfortable with yourself, you shouldn't have to look forward to somebody else affirming something for you.
Wrong.
No, not wrong. You didn't let me finish. But at the same time, in allowing yourself to evolve as a person, you have to have a second party there as a soulmate, as a friend, as an acquaintance, or whatever. So when I get, oh, I'm so proud of you, I see what you're doing, I get it from either one party, my man, my fiance, or I get it from my friends, or I get it from associates, people who barely fucking know me. Words of affirmation are something heavy on our whole mental state, on the level of us being able to mentally move forward in our lives. I believe that's a major part of us being humans. We're always seeking confirmation and materializing.
I can see that. I think a lot of people do need validation.
They want that person, they want that. It's not based off of what your childhood was or whatever traumas you went through. Anybody who's had a perfect childhood, who have had parents that love them to the fullest or whatever the fuck it does, or who have been subjected to wrong lives, everybody is always seeking validation.
I wouldn't even call it validation, though. I mean, validation and affirmation are two different things. Validation is sort of like
Appreciation
giving
is
you.
what I see.
Let's not follow it up like that, Stanley.
What you talking about? Validation is like giving
Take me
permission
in.
to be cool. Affirmation is sort of
I get that.
It's appreciation.
reinforcing what you are.
No, and I
That's
understand
exactly
that, but that coincides with what I was saying. We're not necessarily seeking attention.
Spell
and seeking,
coincide.
Like that.
I'm sorry, I got to keep it interesting.
You got the right one on the podcast. So
There you go.
My
I just need to
vocabulary is
I need to make sure
extensive
we keep it
as
interesting.
a
That's all.
motherfucker.
Let me chime in.
Go ahead.
So they both are right. He actually bags you up as he was talking shit. Man,
You know what? And that's why we see eye to eye, because I ain't gonna talk shit without backing you up, and I ain't
There
gonna
you
back
go.
you up without talking shit.
on my mama. So the most important part of it, I learned it from some close friends of mine. They twins. Their name is Shayla and Kayla.
And
They spoke.
why you had to do that right away?
Because it's the truth.
Hey,
Hold on. Well, you gotta.
No.
Hold on. Let me
The
finish
question,
talking.
not you can't make. The question is, what is words?
Okay, I didn't learn it from you.
What are words of
By the way-
affirmation?
By the way,
That's the main question.
hold on. I was about to speak on it. You gonna speak when I'm
Nothing to
talking?
do with
Ooh,
me
jump
or
there, we
my
ain't got that mic
sister
thing.
evolves from
I can't
that.
hear nobody in my face.
But since it needs to be different, it needs to be said a different way.
I'm about to
So
point in on you.
words
Can you
of
go after me?
affirmation
Can you go after me?
are like
No. Let
a connection on a
plowing
different
forward.
level, because
already know mine gonna be
everybody
good, so I ain't worried.
everybody in life has
That's your
words to
ass
use.
assuming.
Everybody has words.
Yeah. Everybody is taught from the beginning to speak,
To communicate.
to communicate.
Yeah.
You know, you wonder if you're normal, if you can't do that. You know, like, so everybody has that option.
Yeah.
But when you put affirmation on it and you put love and you put all of the emotional things that go on with
The
what you can
positive
say and how you
energy.
can do,
Yeah.
then it becomes critical in a way, because you can make or break something with words.
words.
That's what I
Yeah.
was talking about.
Well,
That's
we don't stick with the
exactly
make
what I was
part.
talking about.
We talking about
Yeah,
love.
but the
Hold on,
main
let
Yep.
me, hold on,
is
y'all.
breaking
So-
it too.
That's
So-
why I like the passing the mic thing, because people can't just bombard and not let people talk. Let me get like.
Go
that's how
ahead,
we
bro.
have
Go
a
ahead,
Can I get
bro.
1 minute without being interrupted? Because I do want people out there to understand where I'm about to come
He
from.
can have his minute.
And I actually learned it from this young woman and her sister. And that's why she probably jumped in like that. She don't like me to
No,
mention
but you
her,
can't be
but she's sitting right next to me, so I'm gonna be honest on
But you
it.
should
Run with
So,
it.
hold on, but listen to me.
I
Check me
think I
out, check
need
me
a
out.
drink.
Check me out. How somebody feels, it means a lot to them. A lot of times you can be great. Stanley, you listening?
I'm listening, bro. I'm trying to make
All
sure
right,
I'm
all right.
accommodating at the
We
same
gonna
time.
get it right. We
You
gonna
got
get
it?
I'm gonna get the drink.
Go ahead.
So, hold on, I'm gonna wait till her. I got my.
No, you're not. Go ahead.
They can't see me yet.
They can.
Okay.
Nah, you good, bro.
So, no, all I'm trying to say is,
They can see
Run
it.
with it, bro.
I
You
look
good.
rough.
You picked the right
Run
two
with
to
it,
have
bro.
on the show.
It ain't even about mine too. Go ahead and pull mine up so you see mine empty too.
Nope.
Words of affirmation.
'Cause you
I
wanna
believe
bring
that you
her
can
up.
pour a great cup.
No,
Hey, hold on.
no. What
Got
are you
faith
saying?
in you.
I got
He
big
can't
faith.
even hear.
Yeah.
Big faith. Now, on a serious note, a lot of times we can be great and we be going through things and we forget just who we are. We forget how great we are. Sometimes what you say to somebody that day, that moment, that time, it uplifts them. If you're with somebody, you should be the number one person uplifting them. It's not about trying to egg them on. It's
Exactly.
about reminding them how great they are. Sometimes we forget because we all go through things that are detrimental to our lives. And in those moments, it's very important. And a lot of times we're not saying, oh, I'm about to do a word of affirmation. Sometimes when you care about somebody, that affirmation comes out because it's that care in your spirit that ignites for you to say that to them, to breathe life into them. But once again,
But the fucked up part is now in 2020 and 2021,
Yeah.
we have this thing called gassing you up.
You can't
So
take
it stops. Yeah. So now motherfuckers are scared to speak that shit into existence. It's like, nigga, say what the fuck you feel. If you feel like your wife is the most beautiful woman in the world, tell her. You feel like you got a bad bitch, tell her. You think your man is the baddest motherfucker out here, tell him. It's okay.
and
Because if
It's
you don't,
totally
somebody
okay.
else is gonna do that for
that's
you.
correct. But let me correct you on that gassing up. Gassing up, the word of that is basically saying something that probably isn't true. If it's true to you, that's not gas. That's facts.
Exactly.
Gassing is when you lying to a motherfucker just to get something out of them or
That's
get
like
a
if you
certain
don't like what I
situation.
say,
But
I'm
when
at
you
least
telling
I'ma tell
somebody,
you the truth.
hold on, listen. When you tell somebody how you really feel, that's not gassing. That's factual. Gassing me up means you making me bigger than what I really am. No, I'm telling you exactly who you are, love. I'm telling you exactly how you're making me feel. Exactly what you're putting out in this universe. So
Exactly.
that's not gassing up. That is an affirmation. A lot of people do gas up, and they be just stunned. That they be lying about what the fuck they saying to a
Gassing
motherfucker.
How do
That's
you
called
think
game.
How do you think
Gassing.
most of these
Affirmations
people
ain't
that made
game.
it out here in
Affirmation
this
is a
industry
truth.
because somebody's done gassed them up on the wrong term.
Gassing is like
We
beauty.
talking about love.
It
We
is
not
in
talking
the
about that
eye
fake
of the
shit.
beholder.
I thought we was talking about love. Y'all,
We are talking
We
going
we
to-
get we went
hate.
through it.
That's hate right there.
This ain't hate. We discussing it.
So, is there any point in time where those words of affirmation just don't hit? Like, at what point are words not enough?
When they don't believe you.
Exactly. Or when they don't believe what they're
Right,
trying to say
when
to you
it's-
to make you feel good.
Yeah, it's broken.
They're telling you what you want to hear.
You already know they're a liar. That's when you don't. Because when you
If they're telling you these things and they feel like, oh, if I say this, that's what's
weird.
going to make them feel good, that's when those words don't mean shit.
No, she did not.
I can
But
see
when
that.
you sincerely mean it and you sincerely show that you mean it, I'm not speaking on relationship term. I'm also speaking, because love is everything. It's through friends, it's through business, it's through relationship, it's through family, it's through everything. But when you call your family and say, damn, I miss y'all, but you don't sincerely mean that because you know what you got to deal with from your family, but you only telling that because you know that's what's going to make your family feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's affirmation in itself. You're creating something for someone even though you don't mean it. What makes me change my mind is if I can see that they don't sincerely mean it.
Correct.
So have you ever been in a situation where your man has told you something that was meant to be positive, but you didn't believe it, so it
That
turned
was
out to be
on-
something negative?
That was only on my own interpretation.
I mean,
Because
that's what it
it was
boils down
sincerely
to.
meant, but I interpret it differently. So that was only on my own.
Because it's in the
Fault.
eye of the beholder, like I just said.
I was gonna say, like I can say it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Half the time I gotta
It's
deal
a
with people saying
preference.
that I have an attitude, but that's not how I mean it.
And I'm
Or
gonna
if I'm sincere behind it, they take it as me not being sincere.
Correct.
So I completely understood it, and
Yeah.
that's on how I interpret it. But it was sincerely given.
to second what you're saying. I'm gonna do some Steve Harvey shit, say some shit that ain't supposed to be said.
Shit.
Oh goddamn!
Here we
Basically,
go.
what she's saying is, hold on, wait. Basically, what she's saying is, a lot of times it becomes offensive when you affirm that you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, but your actions aren't showing that, and she's looking at you like, if I was all this and all that, why would you treat me in this such a way? So sometimes
That's
a woman
true
will
as
look
well,
at you as
because
you
I
affirming
feel-
and be like,
I take it as a
yeah,
disrespect. I take it as a
yeah.
disrespect.
So I understand what you're
Because
saying.
if I'm praised in a position that you're praising me in, like I said, generally speaking, friend, business, whatever. Sorry, y'all, my head's hurting. I gotta let my locks down. Anyways,
We're not opposed.
hello. But if you come to me on a matter of any kind of interaction, I don't care, mostly intimately, but mainly business-wise, because I hold my business over than I do my own family or my intimate. Don't sit here and talk to me on a matter of how you're talking to me and praising me on that level if you don't show true to that respect that you're giving me. And you start bullshitting me on my money, or you start bullshitting me on my time, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because at any point, time, honesty, communication, everything, it holds on factors of every interaction. Business, lover, relationship, family, everything. We're all adults. Don't bullshit me, bro.
Uh-oh.
At the end of the day.
Why she look at me when she said that?
Because when someone's full of
You,
shit.
you were giving me eye contact.
I'm
I'm
uncomfortable.
not coming at you directly. I'm just saying.
So,
Don't do it.
with that being said, let's move right
that
into the
point.
next affirmation,
You and
which
these damn
is
roses.
physical touch.
I'm gonna clean them up. Sorry.
So, from a man's perspective,
Caress, nevertheless, don't stress.
men always, when they hear physical touch, they automatically assume sex.
Nope.
And that's not necessarily the case of what it's talking
Women
about.
do it too.
Some women do,
Women-
because
all
it's
women do.
it's been
All
taught
women
that
do.
way. But physical touch is more than that. Physical touch is you having a bad day and me just leaning over and kissing you on your forehead. And that's giving you a security, letting you know that everything's gonna be okay.
What's up, friend?
Physical touch is pulling you close like this and just giving you that security blanket for the night of saying, you know what, we good.
We good.
I'm holding you close.
You'll get through
You
it.
talk about not having sex,
And-
but nigga, that's Karma Sutra what you described.
Nah, that's
That
intimacy.
is.
Forehead, pulling you
It's-
close.
That is.
Nigga,
It's-
sex is about to go down.
It's intimacy.
Hey, can I raise my hand real
intimacy.
quick?
Sometimes it's a
Are we
pat on the
taking
back.
rules on potty
It's
breaks?
okay.
Okay, don't mention
Everybody-
you mentioned
Oh,
Karma
Lord.
Sutra though.
Girl, get your
Like pat on the
No.
back. You know, I got you. You know, those are things. A pat
No,
on
you
the
good,
back,
go
a
ahead.
hand, a helping hand. When you grab their hand and say it's okay.
I don't even want to move
Those
now.
are
'cause
But I can
mic
do
is
that.
on, everybody heard that
Intimacy
one.
is not
You
sex.
ain't shit.
Right,
for that
intimacy is
friend.
not sex, and I can do that without having sex
No,
with you.
intimacy is not
It's-
sex.
it's-
But it starts
Intimacy
sex.
is not.
Intimacy is being
It's
able to
foreplay.
sit in
If
a
you
room.
can get
It's
to
foreplay. Intimacy
intimacy
is
without
foreplay.
sex,
No.
then you're
No,
on a
it's
different
not.
level.
Not always, bro.
For
Kiss
me
her on
and
the
her,
forehead
for
and
me
pull
and
her
her,
close and
listen. For
Once-
me and
once
her
she
to
feel
sit in the
different.
house
I do
one
that
day
when I
and
leave the
just
house with
vibe
my
and chill
wife. What you
out
talking about?
and just literally talk with each other, I consider that intimacy. We didn't gotta do shit together. We could just vibe, listen to music, be adults, and actually enjoy each other's time
Yeah.
and company. And we ain't even gotta touch. That's intimate to me.
Check this out.
That's what I say
My
when I
wife,
speak on
my wife
relationships,
can work at
I
home
speak on
all
it on
day,
every
right? And
aspect.
be on her feet, and she wear heels. And I know every day when she come home, her feet hurt.
And
So
the main
one day
thing
when
you
she
do
came
is
home,
come home to
she
massage
walked
her
in that
feet.
door. I lay her down on the couch. I hand her a glass of wine, and I just rub her feet and listen to how her day was. That's
There you
physical
go.
touch,
That's
but it's
intimacy.
and it's not
Exactly.
necessarily wanting anything sexual out of it.
Sexual, yeah.
Right.
Hey, y'all can say what y'all
And
want.
But your name Caress nevertheless.
no,
Y'all
but,
can say
but,
what y'all want.
So
That if
anything
you
that
have
comes to
any
any kind of
kind of
touching,
that you
it's
gotta fuck.
automatically intimacy.
She turned nigga name with this.
Caress nevertheless, don't stress, set it off real.
She turned a nigga name against him.
Let me correction. I'm just saying the things
now.
that listen, it ain't correction. It's just so y'all can get in layman's term what the fuck.
In layman's terms.
Hold on, wait.
He said what's
So
his term.
this is why it's good to pass the mic, because some people can't
Nah,
stop
fuck
talking.
that.
That's how you get in trouble.
That's why we got all this
So look,
going on now.
no, what I'm saying is, all I said was some of the things that you were saying are also known. Hold on, wait. You listen to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of the things that you were saying were also things known as foreplay.
True.
Slowly kissing on her forehead, letting her know that you care.
That's not necessary.
The thing, hold on, wait,
foreplay
ho. If everybody ain't correct, nevertheless, don't fucking stress on my mama. I appreciate y'all. No, let me get it out.
Go ahead,
I was just addressing that some of the things he was saying will make a woman feel sexual because of how intimate that feeling was. It could lead to that. Those are certain things. Kissing the forehead, a warm embrace. Those things are part of foreplay. Things that niggas forget.
that's not
and
always
foreplay
what
is
it has
important.
to be.
Fuck these out there.
That's not always what it
I
has to
ain't.
be.
Not always. I'm saying it can be. So
Because I've had
that's
several
the difference.
of my
You think
good
I'm saying
guy
always?
friends
I'm not
that,
saying
like,
always. I'm
they
saying those are parts
but
of
listen,
it, right?
I've had several of
Do you
my
agree or
good
no?
guy friends. I do and I don't. Listen to
I'm
me
saying
when I say
I didn't say
this.
always. I'm saying that is a part of foreplay.
Yes,
Kissing
it
on the
is, but
forehead,
you gotta understand
warm
the
embrace.
level of what the genuine.
Am I right? You ain't gotta have sex every
Those
time.
actions are.
That's all I was
Like
saying.
one of my best friends.
So what?
anytime we
So what?
leave,
Right? I'm just saying.
on the forehead.
I'm just saying those are not the
That's
touches.
not an
It's other
intimate
touches.
moment.
No,
It's
it's
other
not.
touches.
Y'all
That's
got
my
two conversations
brother,
going
like,
at the same
like
time.
my brother, if I see my family type shit.
Yeah.
But others
Are we
outside would see
intimate?
that.
Are we sexual right now?
We
No,
not
where are
neither.
we?
We not neither.
Right.
We were,
fuck-
cause we were,
I
wait.
think-
Yes, we're one of them because we're on touch.
Exactly.
And just like you're saying, which means everybody kind of has a valid point here. What you're saying ultimately involves
I got a hole
can
in
be
my
some
lip,
level
that's
of
what I got.
form and intimacy with foreplay. And what she's saying, just being in someone's presence because that's
all
how
it
much
is.
love you can have for someone.
It's just
is
the
also
presence.
intimacy.
To me, honestly, it's
But
just
it's
the
still
presence.
all evolves with touch.
See, man,
'Cause you get started, but
and I 1,000% agree with her, and I think that's where men in general
Preference.
we make that mistake that we think that because there's physical touch involved that there's going to be some sort of sexual encounter.
First of all, you're not gonna
And-
put all
and-
us in there.
and-
But
and
I'm
not
sometimes-
everybody.
talking about.
Not everybody.
And
just
sometimes
I don't feel
it's not like that.
foreplay.
I don't feel like that.
right.
Foreplay.
Y'all didn't understand what I was saying. I was saying it's other touches other than those kind of things, other than foreplay touches. It's things like, patting somebody on the back, leaning on them, giving them a shoulder to lean on, other kind of touches, holding their hand when they're going through.
foreplay.
Hold on, wait,
It's
listen.
different.
Holding their hand when they're going
Foreplay.
through something. These are other kind of touches that have nothing to do with sex, but are all important. It's a lot of touches that don't have nothing to do with sex. I'm just saying those particular touches that he mentioned can lead to sex. It's others that don't have anything to do with sex.
But I think when
somebody's
you're-
going through something in their life and they need
Yeah.
somebody to know, they need to know they love somebody, and you grab their hand and you hold their hand and you let them know it's gonna be okay. That's an important touch, but it has nothing to do with sex.
Exactly.
this-
That's what we were all agreeing on the same level.
But this in particular has to deal with your partner because it's your partner the one that you're giving the physical touch to.
Right.
Hold on, gotta
So
say
you
that.
don't want to misread
So-
that cue of giving your partner.
They come in.
A Sierra Erica Kane, I just got from you right now at 10. It's a few minutes behind. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. I don't know what that came from.
Mr. Clean?
Yeah, she said, Mr.
I know what
Clean,
she's talking
Mr.
about.
Clean.
That's that
Tell me how-
bullshit. That's that bullshit.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Where's the affirmation?
That's that bullshit.
Alright, so hold on.
That was funny.
Oh shit.
She chimed in a couple times. She chimed in.
Hold on, read that.
No, listen. I'm
Read
about
what she said
to.
about Chris. Okay, go ahead. She's about to explain.
I just chimed in right now, so sweetie, I'm sorry that we haven't chimed in a lot sooner. I got Mr. Clean, whatever. And she also came in and said at 11:10, perfect explanation, caress. On what we were just talking about.
my mama.
About 10 minutes ago. Actions must match affirmation, all facts. And then she also laughed at the other shit that we were talking about.
Yeah.
But you got your confirmation, but that just chimed in on the level of us
to someone else's preference.
No,
Exactly.
but we were
There's
all
no level
saying
of agreement
we were
here.
all saying
because
the
there's
same
been
thing.
a contradictory notion on, you know what?
No,
you
we
say,
weren't
what you have.
contradicting each other.
Well, yes,
Everybody
because,
was
yes, we
confirming
are
all the
because
same.
we're opinionated on that. You
What's the
know,
third one?
communication is not going to be just what someone else's preference is.
Excuse me, guys. I gotta use.
Go ahead. So the next
Just drop it. You good?
love language was one that they had a huge debate on You Talk Too Much, which was receiving gifts.
Yeah.
Keyword receiving gifts. Now,
Tricking.
I know your opinion on it. And I think, again, it goes back to interpretation. So when it comes to love and receiving gifts, some people view it as tricky, and that's not the case. So different people learn how to love differently, right? So they show their affection in different ways. One way may be, I may not know how to express verbally that I love you. I may not know how to physically touch you without thinking sexually how to love you. So what I do is I'm a gift giver. So now I want to show you how much I appreciate you. You were at the mall one day, you were window shopping, you saw a purse that you wanted. So I doubled back and got that purse and brought it to you. That's my way of showing that I love you.
Right.
Now, some people view that as tricking.
That sound like tricking to me.
Explain yourself, Mr. Jenkins.
Sound like tricking.
Yeah, explain yourself.
It sound like tricking. What is tricking? Tricking is spending money. Tricking is trying to buy one's affection with tangible items instead of being able to express yourself. That's tricking.
Is it?
That's tricking.
Is it?
Yes, it is. That's the definition of tricking. I don't trick.
He's tainted.
How can you trick on something?
I'm tainted.
How can you trick on something that's
Great
yours?
adverb.
Huh?
How do you trick on something that's yours?
See, but that's the thing. We just talking about me personally. I'm married like a motherfucker.
I know.
Sometimes it's not always.
So we ain't
That'd
talking
be-
about me. We talking about the idea, the concept of gift giving, right? So we talking about for everybody. Now, there's a whole lot of motherfuckers out here that don't want to express themselves. They would rather go break some bread, gift giving. And there's a lot of women out here who what's the word I'm looking for? Define love by the gifts
Receiving
they
gifts.
receive.
Right.
Tricking. What?
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
What's the chat say?
Boy, if you don't zip it. Nigga.
That's Hey, that's
Out my face, Stanley!
That's that bullshit.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to
Out
preach
my
this. What we not gonna do,
you don't zip it.
is disrespect. What we not gonna do is disrespect my pimping. Say, man, look here. They out here tricking.
Nigga, big Mary talking about
But
pimping. Let me tell you
but
something.
if it's yours, how is it tricky?
That's the
It's
thing.
yours.
not tricking.
It's tricking.
And it's contributing to support in a way to show that you paid attention to a detail, which is what a lot of men seem to forget.
But see, that's the
That
thing.
paying attention to detail with someone on something that they might like when it's yours, because it has to be yours. It can't just be, it could be a fluke. And even if it's not, if it's even with somebody that you're trying to get with, you might give them something or make sure to try to, show them in a way, that you paid attention to a little bit of detail at one point in one of the conversations y'all was having. And you came and dropped something on her and it was unexpected.
And you thought you could buy something.
You heard me? But
For
no,
her
no, no,
affection.
no, no.
He
You
thought
don't-
he could spend some
you
money
don't
for her
have to want
affection.
nothing from it. You don't have to want nothing from it. It's not about the money if you're not a superficial motherfucker. It's about the gesture. You know what I'm saying? When someone has a little bit of class and a little bit of taste with things,
Class.
you don't just pay attention to the materialistic, tangible. You pay attention to the sincerity
let
of
me-
what a person thought when
Okay,
they
let me-
felt about getting that.
Okay, let me do
It
it.
was
We got
a
next to talk,
specific.
Stanley.
Hold on. I need to
Tell him again. What
I need to
Let's
respond.
tag in.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I need to.
Please,
It was
give me the
No,
moment.
I need to
Remember
respond.
your moment, because you coming
I
up.
need to respond.
We responded to you.
Now,
We responded to you,
my
Stanley.
wife.
Let him respond.
Hold on.
Let him respond. Let him respond.
Now,
It's tight. It's tight.
my wife don't like the fact that I come on her and I never really tell our business,
Personal.
right? I'm gonna put our business out there.
Shit.
Let me go further before you do that.
No, I'm gonna say this.
Damn, now it's gonna be
I got nothing to do with
address
this,
you before
boy.
you do that, Stanley.
Hold on,
Please,
no.
remember your moment.
Let me have this one.
Wait a minute.
I rarely buy gifts. I almost
That's
never.
because you think everything tricky.
It ain't even that.
I
It ain't-
bet she want one.
it ain't-
I bet she be wanting you to surprise her with something that she
But
didn't
see-
think you would.
but see, that's the thing.
Period.
Thank you, baby.
the way
Let me
our
say this
funds are
ahead
set
of
up,
time.
the
Let
way
me say
our
this
funds
all
are
the
set
time.
up,
Make a way.
go buy what you
Thank you,
want.
Queen.
Find out.
Go buy what you want. You want that?
It's
Yeah,
from you.
go get it.
No.
No,
It's from
the difference
you.
is
Go
that
get
you
that
took
shit.
the initiative
Alright.
to think of something that I like, and you decided to take
You
it
thought
upon
about it.
yourself.
You want that
It's
shit,
really
go
not
get it.
about
For
what
me.
it was.
Like that
It
hand for
don't
me.
matter if
Somebody-
it was
somebody-
$1,000
Boom, there we go.
Birkin.
Somebody, okay, I got my hand up, and I think this is the most proper way to do it without disrespecting
He tagged
anybody.
in.
Without anybody.
With some women,
Hold on.
it
He
don't
tagged
matter
in.
if it
Hold
was $1,000
I don't
Birkin.
care what you do,
It's
as
a
long as you
gesture.
take the
I'm gonna raise it
initiative.
again.
They mad.
In the
That's
name
all
of
she
Jesus.
was
Correct.
saying.
In the
Take
name
that.
of Jesus.
Correct. Take that.
Not in
This is
Jesus'
important. No, because look, this ain't just about personal. Whenever we talking on this podcast, it's about the majority. We can't just go off our own feeling. We got to go off what the bulk of how people feel, right? That's what I do when I write.
I thought we were
This is
just
so
generous.
important that women and men know this. A gift
Exactly.
is something. So I think when you say tricking, it's not a gift. If you are mentally tricking, bro, that's not a gift. A gift is something that you find deep in yourself. You see her, you listen to her. Hold on, listen to me. You listen to her, you listen to her thoughts, her mindset. Hold on. It's not just about things. Sometimes you make a gift. Sometimes it's about things that she particularly likes. She might like her gas to be on full every day. It's certain things that a woman likes. Hold on, wait. Your woman. Every woman is different. That's not tricking. It's all about how you're perceiving her and how much you are paying attention to her. And when you give those gifts, that is a wonderful way to show your love because it lets her know you're listening. You understand her. You want to appreciate her in a certain way, form, or fashion.
I
Fam,
already
if you
said
ever
that.
call it tricking again,
She
I'm gonna take you
literally
outside.
just
It's
said
tricky,
that. She literally just said that.
That's tricky.
Look, we over here. Look, how about we do it?
Breaking
I
bread.
got a rose petal
Caress
in my drink.
nevertheless, don't stress, baby.
That's some classy shit.
You got a rose petal in the bottom of your drink,
I think
baby.
that you saying it's tricking though, in the times
I
that
got
we
a
live
rose
in,
piece
there's
in the
not a lot of men who are willing to give their women gifts because they do feel like it is tricking. However, you have to understand that if she's yours and she's for you and this is the person you want to be with, it really shouldn't matter what you would do for that person
Thank you.
because she's yours.
Go
you.
buy it for yourself.
I'm just saying.
You get your
you.
motherfucker. You get your
Listen,
goddamn man.
what my
you.
damn credit card? Say,
The
take that damn
most
credit card.
simplest
Go
thing
get
is
what you
saying,
want.
baby, go to the store and spend
It don't
whatever
mean
you
the
want.
same, bro.
Buy
Go get that
whatever
credit
the
card.
fuck
Go
you
get what you
want.
want.
It don't mean the
The most
same.
simplest
you want,
thing.
them heels?
Say, hey,
Go
baby,
get 'em.
you want to
It
go to
don't
the gas
mean the
station and get a
same.
bunch of
You want that
snacks?
bag? Go get two of them.
It don't
mean the
mean
same.
the
It's the
same,
effort.
Go get that
Because 9 out of 10 women you meet are
God
always gonna
almighty.
have the same story about
see how
some
many
nigga that
rose
they
petals
met
you have
that
spent
ain't
on me?
do
That's
shit for
between
them.
me
Go
and
get
Sis.
that shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's just what it is.
Mrs. Stanley
Nothing.
is the shit. Cause you deal with this goddamn shit.
Oh, don't get me wrong. She shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You got them handful, boy.
Let's go, bud.
You got them
She
handful, boy.
Hey, she shit. But
Stop putting this shit in my drink.
It ain't my thing.
I'm about to be fucked up off roses, nigga.
It just ain't my thing. I'm sorry.
It's the real rose.
So the next
Five
sign,
of them.
It's
So
the real rose.
I hope you do good in at least one, Stanley.
the next sign is
Wait, what?
quality
You've been married
time.
5 times?
No, I'm talking about it's 5 love languages.
Wait,
I hope you
wait.
do good in at least one.
The next language is quality time. Wait, you got
Oh,
something
it's
to say?
so confused.
No.
Quality time.
It's quality time. So
I'm trying to get these bitches off of me.
quality time. What does that mean to you?
I'm trying to
Let me
get
have this
them
one,
off
too.
of me.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
putting
for
our
it.
business out there.
Uh-oh.
That's something
That's the third time. You know what? I'm going to call it on that.
It's the second
No,
time.
No.
See, hey,
That was before
when I
the
get
camera
home,
started
hey,
rolling. I made strike one.
When I get home, she say, you ain't said this, you ain't said that.
Hold
We'll put our
up.
business out there.
You ain't
So-
said this or that.
Yeah. So,
This or that.
Hold on, nigga, fuck with. He's giving her a gift right now. You're giving. Hold on, wait. Shut the fuck up. Stand there. You fucking shit up, bro. He's giving her a gift right now.
Not
She
talking
told
about
him.
it.
She told him, nigga, you need to talk about us, and he said, hey, I'm gonna talk about us, nigga. You giving her a
We
gift? That's a
really
gift,
haven't
nigga.
Tranquilo,
Bro.
papacito.
We really
That is a
Tranquilo.
gift.
Tranquilo.
That is a gift.
Tranquilo.
All she wanted was for you to
Okay,
talk
but
about
you
y'all.
up here right now. Don't shush me.
I'm sorry. I promise.
We really haven't
In the
given
name of
Stanley a
Jesus.
chance
But Stanley, I appreciate
to
you, bro.
talk.
Let's hit.
That ain't tricking.
I appreciate
That's
you.
a gift.
I appreciate
She
you.
wanted you to do
for
something and
fucking
you
up
did
my
it.
point. I was
Just
gonna
did
get there.
it. You just did it.
I was gonna
I
get
want to
there.
be in y'all business.
That's why I said stop talking. Let him prove. Let him get to his
So
point.
Bud said you can't trick on your
You
wife.
just told him what his present was gonna be on Christmas before the present was what it was.
Gave it just now. She's
No,
enjoying
he
it.
didn't.
So,
He's trying to get
He was trying to get to the point.
Okay.
so my on quality time. On quality
Hey,
time.
tranquilo, papacito.
I'm always gone, right? I'm working. I get off at 7 o'clock. I fucking then go in the house, take a shower, go to the studio. I'm there till fucking midnight. I come home, everybody sleep, get up the next day, do it all over again. It's like that all the time. On the weekends,
regular.
Royal Lane fucking
gift.
studio have fashion shows and shit.
It's just like a minute ago.
This Saturday they having a fashion show too.
Pull up.
They I'm always here.
I did.
I'm always
She's
at
here.
EC
It's
Slab
Baby, you should
Studios.
pull up to the
I'm
studio
always
right
gone.
now, honestly.
On Mondays though, I'm off, and I make it a point to just sit at the house with them. Just sit. If we don't do shit, we fucking go out, salt grass or whatever, blow $200 on fucking steaks and shit, or we can just sit at the house and fucking watch murder shows and shit.
I swear.
That's the best.
Quality time,
That's
bro.
the best.
I try
Just
to
lay
make.
up in the bed all
I
day.
try to make some kind of time because that shit is important and just that's what I
Preference.
like. Is I just sit with you, bro. Even if we staring at each
And I
other,
appreciate you for that.
it's what we supposed to do.
And Stanley,
still
I apologize for
preference.
yelling, but I want to say this in the most calmest voice
No.
as I can.
You can do calm.
I can do calm.
Thank you.
Only when people
Thank
aren't
you.
talking over me.
You just heard me say no.
You good, bro.
Only when people, but listen, man, look, that's the kind
Hey,
of
Mama, you should
that's
pull up to
kind
the
of
show
gift-
right now. I just texted you.
All right, hold on, Mama see.
I am. I know.
Cause she be talking that Spanish and shit. What you just did right now for
Yeah.
her, that is what we call a gift.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's what she wanted,
Yeah.
and you supplied it,
Yeah.
and there was no tricking involved. Am I right or wrong?
None. I ain't spend a dime just
to
now.
her, that made her. I'm pretty sure she's watching. That made her feel good, man. And that is a gift. That's that's the definition of it. Paying attention to what they want, listening to them on the last podcast, and you came out and you did that.
Yeah.
That's not tricking. That's what you call a gift, man. And you proved it without even knowing you was proving it.
And I didn't even spend no money.
So let me say this. The
Because you
thing
don't
about
need to spend shit.
the thing about quality time is this can make or break your little situation. And it has to be an understanding on both parties' part. For example, you just said you're gone all the time, right?
Yeah.
So that time that you do have, you make sure you spend that time with her.
Yeah.
It is a fine balance. I may work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I got an hour
All
lunch
the way in
break. And every day on that hour lunch break, I make sure to spend that time with my mate.
Yeah.
Either we're eating lunch together, I'm texting you, I'm calling you.
Yeah.
That's quality time. But in addition to that, you also have to make sure that you at least spend one day. Find time, take off work, do something to say, hey, baby,
Yeah.
I'm planning this just for us.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the kids. If you got kids, let's clear the calendar. This is just going to be about you.
Yeah.
And that's quality time. It matters because when you don't have that, you're going to be doomed to fail.
Yeah, I
Because she's
think
going to
so.
spend that time with somebody else.
That part.
That's amazing.
That
And now I
part.
got to go to prison.
That's amazing. You know what?
That
gotta go to
goes
prison.
to
I gotta go to prison.
everything
Now I
that-
got to shoot.
It's crazy, man. I
So
feel
then I gotta go
I
kill
feel
somebody
like-
and hide some bodies.
I feel like God gave me the words for that before I even knew what love was. When I was 15, I had a song called Babies. The first words of that said, somebody's got to get me to my baby. I'm missing her and I'm about to go crazy. She called me on the phone, said she was all alone, and when I get there, it's going to be on. Like, so in that motion, I'm expressing the fact that I'm missing her. And I'm pretty sure I affirmed that because I
She'll be
called
here
her
this weekend.
She called me on the phone.
She's hosting the
I
fashion
affirmed
show.
that I missed her, and when I get there, it's gonna be
that's
on. It's some forms of. It's all about making somebody feel away. It's a whole bunch of shit in there, man. Like
Yeah.
that's why I think it's
about
fine because it's a
feeling?
lot
I
of
feel like a
all of
jackass.
those
I
matter.
literally just
And
talked
if
to
if
you
do
on
those
the
in
phone
moderation,
earlier.
I feel like it will
Oh my
complete.
God.
It will
Yeah.
complete a relationship
I see.
if you do it in moderation.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just have full gifts. You can't have full touch. You can't
Yeah.
have full. Some of the others, you know.
That's true. You gotta have,
You gotta do them all in moderation.
Now you just touched on something key, moderation.
That.
Because quality time
all.
don't mean I'm finna be all up under you 24/7.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
Where we going? Oh, the girls
I don't
going out?
want
I'm
that.
coming too.
I don't want
Where I
that.
need to pull up in.
I don't want that, bro. We
He
both
out on
know.
girls'
We
night.
both-
Yeah, he on
girls' night.
Listen. We both know where we stand at as what we've committed to each other. You got your life. I got my life, bro. I'm with you. If I prove that I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Why the fuck I gotta be up under your ass?
Yeah.
Facts.
If I feel the need to have to look in your phone, or if I feel the need to call you constantly, asking you where you at, what you doing, who you with, that's not unnecessary. If you are committed to somebody and you know where you stand at in your relationship, and you know where you both stand at on the respecting level of each other's lifestyle and their professionalism, there's no need to we ain't in high school no more.
We are not. We are
We
not.
grown people
Yeah.
out here with careers, bro.
Got whole jobs.
And
You
you
know
not-
I'm gonna be home at the end of the motherfucking night, and I know you better be home at the end of the motherfucking night.
Better. See?
Better.
Y'all ain't no better.
Where the fuck you at?
Make me
Ain't no
feel-
better. You better.
Better.
And Savon Howard said, I like to be left alone sometimes.
And that's the main part. Because at the end of the day, we grown. We ain't little insecure kids anymore. We grown people who need our space. We're running businesses. We're running families. We're running our own fucking personal social lives. We're running our own fucking operations, our side hustles,
Yeah.
whatever. But we know where we stand out and intimate with each other. There's no need for me to be up under your ass.
Not 24/7.
Not 24/7.
Yeah.
Hell, even if I live with you, you don't need to be up under my ass just as much as I don't need to be up under your ass.
Man,
Sometimes we need to go lay in the living room sometime. Or just
Right.
or I need to have a full paint session
Be
in the
over
living
there.
room for about 4 or 5 hours and you don't talk to me.
And you know what? She's right.
You know what the fuck I'm saying. Because I can't do it in the living room, so I'm about to do that 4 or 5 hour paint session here.
A lot of times,
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, you say quality time.
Quality time.
Sometimes too much quality time is too much quality time. It's not quality.
It's not quality anymore.
It's about quantity. You
It's
make it about
overbearing.
Quality is not the same thing as
Nah.
quantity. So
And honestly, quarantine.
right. So a lot of times, women back in the day when I was growing up, the guy who was cool, who had all this attention from everybody, right? He got the most attention, and he was your man though, right? But you liked him more, even though, well, no matter what the fuck he was doing out there, because he gave you the opportunity to miss him. And every time he came to you with his time, it felt like amazing. But like if a guy is giving you too much time, it becomes the word smothered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then those guys, sometimes, I'm gonna tell you, this is the hard part about it. A lot of times when you cut off all those bitches, you ain't got nobody else to call or to text or to be up under. So a lot of times, the good guy gets left behind because women can't control the fact that they like, oh, he's under me too much. It's because he's finally faithful.
Yeah.
And now what you
talking to
do? You
that
start cheating on him with another nigga.
That don't make it be
That's how it
faithful,
happens, though.
'cause
It
that don't
happens.
make
It happens. And it's
What?
one of the biggest
This shit
things
took a
that
real
I've ever seen.
curve.
No, look. Hey,
Where did
hey,
this go right now?
I'm hitting some shit. It's
Hey.
one of the biggest things.
Y'all don't
Okay.
realize how
Erica
much
said quality time is so important.
And somebody else said
And
that
Carla
y'all
told me
need
to
to be
tell
buying
you
gifts.
that you don't need no quality time. You need to start buying gifts.
Bro, y'all don't realize how much this comment list is popping
gonna
right
get off
now
my ass.
on
Buy-
YouTube.
buy
I'm
her
live
some
right
gifts.
now. Quality
Carla.
and quantity don't mean shit to me
Look
unless
at
you
me.
rely to me.
Go to work.
Carla.
Come home.
Who
make
knows
a feel.
Ariel?
That part. You better
Who knows
remember.
Ariel? Which one of you ladies know Ariel? Cause she's shouting y'all out on that's my girl. That's what she said.
Who said
She
that?
said, look at my girl.
Ariel.
Hey,
Hey,
Who's that?
Ariel.
Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel.
I said Ariel to look at this
Hey,
Ariel.
Ariel.
Ariel, you better say something to me, so long
Beautiful queen.
neck.
That's
the last sign
What you got?
for the love language is act of service.
Cleo Bean head
Acts of
wrap.
service.
Acts of service.
All right, describe it.
My goodness. So, just look at this nigga. This
Nah,
nigga got his
I'm
hands
gonna
raised.
shut
You
up.
was finna rub
No,
Acts
no,
of
you had
service.
your hand
together.
raised.
It doesn't mean that you or them are your slaves.
No,
So it doesn't mean
Right.
acts of service is not, I need you to cook, I need you to clean, wash these clothes, wash these
Right.
dishes, fold
Right,
these
right,
laundry,
That's not what it
put
is.
gas in the car. Now, acts of service as a man, most women do not like putting gas in their car.
I love doing
No.
it.
And she
because
mentions
Or
to you,
cleaning it out.
or cleaning it out.
I hate for a
taking
motherfucker
the-
to say, I'll put the
Checking
gas
out
in the car.
tire stuff. Like,
Babe, I think my tire low.
I
Hey, let me go ahead and get your
that.
keys. Let me go check your tire out.
please.
Not saying
That's an
that
act
I
of
don't
service.
appreciate
Yes,
it.
it is. Good one.
Your gas is low, baby. I need gas. Oh, you know what?
I'm
Don't worry
just
about it.
saying.
Look, when I get there, I'll take your car to get gas before we go out. Act of service.
back that way.
Act of service.
I am not.
That niggas need to do right, yeah. And
But
that's
I'm about to say, I don't
1,000%.
care. She talking about herself. You gotta remember, you speaking to the mass people. You got to go off, not just about your personal opinion, but
I'm speaking
what
massly.
should be done.
75%.
I'm
What should
speaking
be
on a
done?
mass level.
But-
You assume that I was speaking
All right.
directly.
Are we still
I'm-
on acts of service?
Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Hold on.
Yes, we are.
So
yes,
wait,
we
hold on.
are.
What'd you say?
Well,
Go,
what-
run with your
yeah.
point first.
We missed our point.
In reference to what I just had a dispute with him on.
What was
not
that?
not a disagreement.
I didn't catch
Not
it.
a argument.
Point. We missed y'all point.
Anyways, as a woman, if I pull up into a gas station objectifying me on the instance I get out of my car and you see me pumping my gas and you say, you need me to do that for you, shorty?
See, that's not the right way to say it.
How was that objectifying?
But
You automatically assume that I'm not capable of pumping my gas, but I'm going on a matter. No. I'm going on a matter. I don't know you from jack shit, and you on the other side of my pump. And you sizing me on a piece of meat, and you saying you want me to do that for you.
this is what I want to speak to her on. Y'all gonna let me do it?
This different. It's different. Hold on. I'm about to jump on what he's about to say. It's different. It's different if I pull up to the gas station and I have a friend of mine who's a guy, because this has happened. Or I have my brother, or I have a person who I've been in a relationship with when I get out of the car and I go put money on the tank and I let them do it.
Right, you let them.
Correct.
Because that's their act of service as a man in my eyes.
No, none of
I'm
that's
referring to a guy on a complete standby level.
Let me explain something.
Correct. Run that for me. Run that play.
I'm gonna make it quick because I talk a lot.
Run that play.
You don't talk enough.
My father, his name is Frederick Lee Walker Sr. One of the worst whoopings I ever got when I was walking to the store to get my mama.
Dragonfly said, "I hate taking out the trash."
And you know what else? If I'm talking to you, you might need to put the phone down so everybody on the
I'm talking to our comments. We got
down.
people chiming in on the matter like in seconds.
But you need to hear this.
I'm listening.
My father, one of the worst ass
I'm
whoopings.
talking about within the
Hold on,
seconds.
wait. One of the worst ass whoopings at 9 years old I got was going to the gas station for my mom when she wanted some bread, right? And a woman was within 5 feet. My dad, this was my dad.
We're listening.
But you know they can see you with your phone up. That
I
means
know
you're
they
not
can.
actively listening.
I'm actively
You hear
listening.
me, but are you listening?
I'm hearing you.
Please allow me 30 seconds.
Run the play, bro. Run the play.
You got it, King.
911.
One of the worst, I'm gonna start the sentence over. One of the worst ass whoopings I ever got. My daddy says if a woman is within 5 feet of you and you see her pumping her gas, you need to at least ask, do you need me to pump your gas? Because she's a fucking queen.
And I
Hold on, wait,
respect that.
whoa. That ain't 30 seconds. Now, with that being said, I appreciate my father for instilling in me what his father instilled in him. It's a reason why women should have to get their hands dirty if they don't have to. It's all about appreciation of a black woman or any woman of any race. She shouldn't have to pump her gas if she don't have to. And I got my ass whooped for not asking this woman, do she need her gas pump? I was just going through to get some bread from my mama, and I appreciate my father for that. I'm gonna tell you why. I got 4 daughters. I was at UTA. I was driving through UTA. I saw a young man in the passenger seat of this girl's car. Her daddy probably bought her. You know, he just met her, and she like on him a lot, and she pumping her gas. I say, family, and I say, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna pump your gas, and after I pump your gas, tell this nigga to get out your car, because I'm looking at this like I'm gonna look at my daughter. If you let a nigga in your fucking car, I paid for, or you paid for, and he ain't got the courtesy to pump your fucking
And let me guess,
gas?
she was the one that was
I
driving.
ain't never let no woman pump no gas in my vicinity. That is something that needs to be known. If you don't prefer that, a man will respect you. He'll say, okay, I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna pump your gas. But it needs to be known that that's your nigga. If you don't get your motherfucker, I got 4 daughters. On my mama, I'll slap one.
Caress, I want to chime in because I got somebody that's
Chime in.
chiming in.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Listen.
Time to fuck in on
At
that.
11:40, we had
If a nigga don't put my daughter
Miss
gas.
Carlo Stowe.
Carla
Somebody
Stovall.
with a K, don't
Yeah.
pump gas. That's my
She
nigga.
said acts of service is my love language. Dragon effect, or the dragonfly effect said, I hate taking out the trash.
So let me go. I'm gonna put this out there.
But hold on, I wasn't late. I wanted to give this out to Miss Carlo.
Miss Carla.
Acts of service is someone that eases the burden of responsibility weighs on. I love to hear, let me do that for you. Let me help you with that. That means I don't want anyone lazy and broken committed.
So let me say this. I'm gonna put this out there.
Run the play.
Went to the gas station one day. I'm pumping my gas. I look over. I see a pretty little yellow thing to the right. I look over in her car, in the driver's side. I see a nigga just sitting in the car, like just minding his own motherfucking business.
He on Twitter.
He ain't shit.
So I asked her, are you pumping your gas? Yeah. Let me pump that for you. Nah, cause my boyfriend in the car. That's the problem right there.
Yeah.
Let me pump
Off
your gas.
rip.
I proceeded to walk over there and pump this young lady gas. Do you think this nigga moved a muscle?
No.
Not at all.
Because he knew better.
Not at all.
'Cause
He
he
stayed
seen
in
a
that
man.
car.
Yeah, now that's
So when
sat
I
there
got
and
done
walked out to
pumping
the
her
pump.
gas, I asked her, why you out here pumping your own gas? She said, well, I mean, he driving. So I said, no. Why you out here pumping? I said, that man sit in the seat and watch me pump your gas. You ain't got no problem with that?
I do, because that shows me he ain't man
Well,
enough to
wait,
step
wait,
out the
wait,
car
wait.
and say, who the
What
fuck
if
are
they're-
you?
what if
But
they're-
never mind that.
I thought you was not
What
on
if
there,
they
but I
live
see
together?
No,
and
I
they
do,
all-
because
and they
first
both
of all,
always do that
he
with
wouldn't
each
have
other,
had the
and that
opportunity
wasn't
to
the
do that
time.
if
It
his
don't
ass
matter.
was out
Like
there
he
as a
just
man
never.
It don't
doing
matter.
Can't
it.
assume he
It
just
don't matter.
never
It's
pumped the gas that day.
No, it don't matter.
When
There's
they're
no
in a
such
relationship
thing.
and shit.
There's no such thing.
Yes, it is.
No.
When you're
We don't alternate pumping gas and I'm in the car.
ever touch the gas
what?
pump?
Yeah. If I'm there, I'm in there.
There are so many scenarios that I need to address.
Let Stanley have the mic.
Because that was a different scenario.
First scenario. That nigga wasn't trying to objectify you when he was trying to pump your
Yes,
gas.
he was, because the way he
No,
looked
you ain't gonna let me talk.
The way he looked at me.
He was
That nigga wasn't trying to objectify you. That was his way in. If he's standing there pumping your gas, you trapped with him for about 30 seconds where he can talk to you. That was his way in. It was nothing about objectifying you. It was just his way in.
I completely understand that.
Your ass pumping his gas and this nigga sitting in his damn car. That nigga sat in his car and looked over his shoulder. Look at this simp nigga trying to get my bitch. That's what he was thinking.
But he said this
did.
nigga, he looked big enough to
And-
fuck
and-
me up, and I'm not about to move.
And she
Yeah.
got in
Why
the
you
car
over
with
here
that
dabbing
nigga.
your
After
forehead
she
with
gave
these
me your
rose
number.
petals on
Okay,
some
never mind.
fancy shit?
Any other question?
Everything is everything.
Like,
Now, on the note of acts of service, like my love language,
Prima donna
because
sighting.
languages.
my love language
Better not eat my pizza
Shit that
that's
I
wrapped up in
appreciate.
napkin, though.
is acts of service.
You in love?
It's like,
that
for
what
some
you say?
reason, my wife cooking just set me off,
I did
bro.
not know that shit bothered
It just do. I mean, you had my wife cooking.
Hell, I
My
bothered
wife
me.
cooking is fire, bro. She get in that kitchen and do some shit. And I appreciate that shit. And in turn, it's like, we talking about pumping gas. My wife don't pump gas in my presence. Like,
in your presence.
just period, bro. It's like, that shit weird. My wife don't take out trash. It's like regular shit. My wife don't do shit on the cars. It's like tires, nigga, oil change, all that shit, nigga. If I ain't done it, it ain't gonna get done. And that's just what it is. That's how
As it
both of
should
us
Or
move.
be.
apart.
Exactly.
Because honestly, I can cook, but I never cook. I appreciate her cooking. She appreciate me doing shit around the house. I need some more shelves in the
We need some
garage, and I go
50-50
out
right
and
now,
hang
baby.
them
I'm
hoes.
sorry.
It's like
Can you not
there's
cook?
nothing
Sometimes
wrong with
you
it.
gotta be able
Can
to
you
cook.
cook?
He said he can cook. He said he can
He
cook.
said he could
Then
cook.
why don't you ever cook?
He don't have to.
I don't have to, and my
Yeah.
wife don't have to hang shelves in my garage whenever she need 3-4 more shelves.
And you
shit.
know what? That's a goal.
But she
that I
needed the
wanna
shelves,
reach.
right?
Because you both understand where you stand
Stanley,
in your lifestyle.
Really, you just be talking
That's a
shit,
goal
but
right
you really
there.
a good nigga.
Bro,
No,
So-
no.
nigga,
Hold
on,
listen.
You gotta
I
understand.
completely respect that because when
negates
it comes
everything
down
he
to my
talks.
kitchen, when it comes down
You
to
are
my
nothing
kitchen,
like what you be acting
No,
like.
hold on,
bro,
listen.
I have lived 5 lives, bro. Anyway, go ahead, homegirl. Go ahead.
When it comes down to my kitchen, if I get in that kitchen and I start cooking, I don't want nobody in there. But when I need shit fixed, yeah, I may know how to do it. But if I have a man that knows how to do it, that's his place.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound like somebody that says women have their place, men have their place, men this and whatever.
The times are different.
We can all get together and you can know how to cook and clean and do everything. My man is a chef. He went to school to be a chef.
Yeah.
So there's times where he gets in that kitchen and I'm not allowed to even put my toe past the threshold of that goddamn refrigerator.
Get your ass out of here.
Exactly. I gotta get all of my shit out of that kitchen before he gets in there and starts cooking.
Yeah.
And the vice versa situation.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to fixing anything and he knows I'm about getting something done,
Yeah.
or vice versa, I respect that boundary. It's not about you doing something and I do something and either one of us are ignorant to the other thing. It's about us knowing when to do 50-50.
Yeah.
Because we both know how to do separately 100%.
Yeah.
So, Carla said that she had to dump a nigga because He put the wrong gas in the car.
That's his dumb ass.
Oh yeah.
That nigga had to go.
He fucked your car.
I told you. I was
Cause you
like,
buy me a
"Please,
whole
please,
new engine, motherfucker. I need a whole new engine off of that wrong pump.
You didn't put the 93?
Yeah, that's
no.
you can't make them kind of
Nah.
mistakes.
What my shit put?
Not with a car.
Okay, you know
You
what?
can buy the wrong body wash. You
lied.
can buy the wrong dish soap, but you can't get the wrong gas.
On the opposite side, here, whole bitch. On the opposite side, I have
But he didn't.
vehicles that pertain to 93. I have vehicles that
But
have
they
regular.
know.
Hold on,
If he
listen.
didn't fuck
Hold on, wait.
the car up,
I own a
then-
party bus company, so I have a vehicles that reside to 93, which are Benzes, BMWs. Everybody know this. I have vehicles that are regular gas, and I have vehicles that are diesel. I ain't trying to let no. And you know what? This is not sexist. I don't. It's sometimes when I pump in the gas, it's really because I don't think you pay. Sometimes a woman moves too fast. I pay attention because I really care about these vehicles. Women drive vehicles because they vehicles
That's
a lot of the
all
time.
red.
I be trying to
right
make
there.
sure these
That's
vehicles are
all
okay.
red.
A man should know
This
what
is why-
vehicle it
Miss
is.
Howard, you
I
absolutely
look at the
right.
goddamn
You need to
gas
stay the
tank
fuck
every
about
time
your
I pump
kitchen.
gas because I be in so many different
I'm
kind of
the same
vehicles.
way.
Yeah,
I be
pay
like,
attention.
okay,
Don't
what
touch
is it?
his
What is it?
kitchen
Okay,
at
there we
all.
go. There we go. That's
Yeah.
diesel.
Yeah.
Because if
Oh
you
my
put gas in a
God.
diesel,
You can throw it away.
you might want to throw that motherfucker away. And I got too many diesel vehicles to play like that. I don't care how much you love me, baby.
But is that
I'm gonna
gonna
put the gas for you.
is
You
that
know what,
gonna
baby?
kill-
It'll fuck up the engine.
Just
Is
cook
that
them
gonna
goddamn
kill-
screws and noodles, baby.
Okay,
So let
but
me
we're
put this
talking
out
about
there.
acts of service. So,
Yeah.
but is that gonna kill your acts of service?
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so-
gonna kill the car that
You
he's
in a-
driving.
You
Wait,
fuck up my car.
Okay, well listen.
don't fuck up my shit.
So if you're acts of service and
He
you're in a
can't give you
relationship
any
or you're
service
married,
if you don't have a
and your
car.
wife or your husband fucks up the car, y'all getting a divorce?
No.
Nah, that was the nigga she was
No,
talking to.
no.
That nigga she was talking to messed up her fuel again.
I mean, my bad, I fucked the car up.
But let me put this out there though.
Right, you got me.
You can't just my bad.
We gonna work together on
But
getting
baby,
a
do
new
you see
car.
But let me put this out
We'll
there
work
though.
together on getting a new motherfucking car, but my
If you
goddamn.
notice, it was easier for us to identify what men's active services are to women. Now, what are the women's active services they need to do for men?
It's not what we need to do, it's what you allow us to do.
Allow.
We don't allow shit.
Exactly.
No, wait,
I can't agree. Get off my mic.
Ain't nobody slaves.
Allow.
We don't allow shit.
Everybody always, we all
I
allow,
tell people
but
like
we
this.
both allow.
This.
If I might fuck the car up, I
He
really
did
do
when we
that
on
shit.
camera.
Hopefully we don't divorce over this Mercedes. Hope it's not a race. If we divorce
put
over a race,
87
you
in
know
my
what,
Benz, we gon'
100K.
fight.
Like 100. Fuck it, we
We gonna fight at the gas station.
Hey,
What
we
is
gon-
you doing?
Hey, you be mad at me for a
I'm
minute. fucking race.
dead.
I'm gonna find a way to make this race up, goddamn. But
I feel like all men should
they'll
want
put the wrong gas in the car. And,
But what
Kill
do
your
women?
marriage.
What do women? What are the active services y'all perform for men?
oh my goodness, this is immense questions you don't want to really tolerate.
I have to raise my hand again. I have to be dismissed, friends.
Because sometimes the things that
What you got?
okay, so women every single solitary thing that a woman does to look a certain way, to you know, to sense a certain vibe, to carry a certain presence, to smell a certain way, to any fine touches is versus I think for men as well. We do it for the woman or the man. Like if you was just being on your chill, normal self, it wouldn't be some extra measures that you take to do.
You not doing that for yourself?
Yeah, you're gonna do that for yourself, but at the same time, if it's not something that's necessary and you're in your natural being and you realize what, I guess, influence is when it comes to that, then you're still gonna try to have this certain demeanor so that you can stay connected with that person or keep what it is. Like some people lose that shit. Like they don't.
We just had a woman admit on camera that a woman's looks is her currency.
Is that how you took it?
That's the way I took it.
Okay, so, but I've already explained in many different levels of our communication today that I'm multidimensional. So you took just looks from that, and I took my financial stability. I took of my responsibility. I took how I carry myself with my kids. I took how I look in my presence. I took how I keep my body, what my diet is, what I'm feeding the people that's around me. You know, how I treat my sisters and my brothers, my siblings, what relationships I have with my mother. Like, there's so many layers to this question, but you took just one. Ultimately, I mean,
you ain't gonna roll your eyes at me on my couch. Hold on now.
Just say something else.
ultimately, I mean, in all dimensions thereof, what I just said, key word, to all of those categories, influence. The influence of it. The reason why you found the connection you had with who you got one with. How you influence your children in the growth of them. Like, it evolves in so many other things than just how a person looks. That's superficial. That's on the surface. That don't do nothing with the fascial tissue that's a couple layers deeper than that. Like, it's so much more. But ultimately, what I meant is that, like, impression and what you have when you connect with somebody, you have to maintain that. And people often forget, and they get comfortable, and people take that so subtle, and then they stay there for so long, and then you look around and you realize that you wasted so much time, which overall is where we were with time. Because one thing my granddaddy taught me, you know, before he passed was this: don't waste too much time. Not being productive, not being influenced, not being creative in any situation, whether it be friendship, a relationship, a love life, or affirmation, or whatever it is. Don't waste too much time. And that can relate back to being with who you're with as your partner, because we're talking about affirmation, and we're talking about time and what things mean on a delicate level. And like, you can have that on an associate thing or a close thing or so on and so forth. But
can I come behind you, Kayla?
Go for it.
I really appreciate what you just said. And I was sitting here thinking about that acts of service, right?
service.
And the crazy part is, a lot of times people put the energy into the wrong things. I feel like since the beginning of time, and I'm talking calmly because I want people to understand the emotion behind what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A lot of, and that's cool, so I like the song. But a lot of times men forget their job. I feel like since the beginning of time, it was two P's that a man needed to do.
Men and women?
Well, I'm going off, I'm gonna go from, I'm going.
It just depends.
I mean, we can talk about that, but just let me get it out. And I'm bagging you up, right?
I feel you.
Okay.
I'm unbiased, I'm saying.
I feel you, but I'm just speaking on.
At least you can admit it.
I'm saying, because I want to reflect on that. I really want to know from your standpoint. I don't know from what you think how a woman might have thought about it or how they might want it. I want to know from what you do.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get a little piece of that to where I can use some of that on what I got going on to find out something different. So
Hold on. Run the play though.
Run the play.
Feel that.
Since the beginning of time, for a man, it was about protecting and providing. A lot of men don't know the reason why they stopped doing multiple wives is because the world was populated. The reason why that men had multiple wives is because the world needs to be populated at that point in time. There was a reason why. Men's job, number one job, was to protect and provide. There were always danger atmospheres that could harm the family. And you need to protect and you need to provide for them. Go out and hunt. Get what they need for food, shelter, all of that things, right? Men forget that and acts of service. So as a man, I was sitting here thinking like, what kind of service do I want from a woman? What kind of service? And I'm gonna be honest with you,
we both do that now. Can I counter
what
before
kind of
you
services
finish?
do I? Hold on, you can after I finish. What kind of services do we want from a woman? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I look at a queen of mine, I'm not even thinking about what she could do for me. The whole time I'm thinking about what kind of man am I going to be? What kind of services can I provide her? So the whole time, it was hard for me to think about because I was thinking about on the opposite side, right?
Yeah.
We talking about the men, right? The whole time I'm thinking like, what kind of services? But it's hard for me because the whole time I'm thinking about what can I do to make sure our kids gonna be safe? What can I do to make sure my kids gonna be better in the next generation? What can I do to make sure this woman's gonna feel secure and safe? Like, these are the services that I'm trying to provide, protect and provide. These is one of the things that a man does. And I know women got a whole bunch of attributes. I love to walk in the house and smell stuff that I can't do and smell not only the food, but the way the house smells when she cleans it.
Yeah.
You know, I understand those, but when a man walks out of the house and he comes back in, he's thinking about how can I provide and protect, and I'm thinking about I'm only worried about my services. So it was really hard. That was crazy because the whole time I was sitting here, I'm trying to get an argument together, but I really don't have that argument because I don't know what kind of services I would want because I'm so worried about me doing the services that she needs in order for her to stay safe here and not stray away. And that's powerful. Like I was really thinking because I'm trying to, I like to argue, but I couldn't even argue that.
We
You know who you with.
But I'm gonna say this as
you
a
know who
man.
you with.
You have to be able to identify what your needs are because when those needs start to be unmet, you're going to get upset because she's not meeting them. And if you don't have the ability to tell them what you're looking for, it's going to be more chaos.
Exactly.
And that's good because one of my needs is gratification for all of the things that I do. So that's one of my number one needs, gratification. Not me bragging, saying I did this for you, but just you appreciating all the things that I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing this to say, hey, I did it. I'm doing it for you to make you happy, for you to pour in that positive energy back this way.
Yeah.
I don't need you to do what I did for you. For me, I need you to give me that gratification, that positive energy, and that kind of makes me want to go out and do it again.
Yeah.
You know, people say you need to. That's one of the things about marriage I didn't like. You know, when people get married, and say you my wife, you poster, you my husband, you poster. Ain't nobody poster do shit
That
for
part.
you. But the only what I'm doing for you is
better
based
not
on how
leave
you
me
make
hanging.
me feel.
You
How
better
you
not
make me
leave me
feel
hanging.
should predicate what I do for you.
better not leave
And
me
people,
hanging.
I got you. And you know what?
Better not leave me
When I
hanging.
ran track, hold on, listen, King.
Bro, I swear
I got
to
you. I got you.
I swear to God.
When I ran track, King. When I got to that finish line, what I do? I stopped running. Sometimes people look at a marriage as a finish line. They stop running. You do all this stuff beforehand. When you get engaged, you keep going. And once you hit marriage, you say, "Oh, you my husband. You poster."
I made it.
No.
So now, hold on, wait. So
first lap.
So wait, listen. So now at this point, we stop working for each other on both sides.
Yeah.
We stopped doing the things that made each other happy. No, I'm not saying no. Listen, she ain't never been married, so she don't know. But what I'm saying, and that's not a slug, that's just a fact.
That's not a slander or anything. Being
be on
married,
real nigga
being
shit.
married is a different
People-
factor.
People,
When you're married to
No,
someone,
no, we talking for the masses. We talking for the masses. We talking for the masses. Not just about our personal. It's not about personal.
So why you shoot?
No,
we're not
listen, I ain't
shooting.
shooting. I ain't shooting.
it's just
I'm saying
identifying the different
People
content of a
stop
relationship.
working on their
When
relationship.
you're in a relationship
When
with
they
somebody
get
as your
married.
boyfriend,
That's fact.
But who are people?
The
though?
majority is what we're talking about. We're not talking about
Everybody
me.
don't do
We're not
But
talking about King. We're
everybody
talking
don't.
about the majority.
Okay,
We
well,
all know there's more divorce lawyers than criminal lawyers.
In general.
And it's a reason. It's because
Since I don't
people
have-
will do
have never
everything.
been
Hold on,
married.
listen. I'm sorry, baby. People will do
So
everything.
you don't know no difference.
People-
than
No,
them.
listen,
What is
I
you
wanna
saying?
hear, I wanna
That's
hear, 'cause
probably
this is
why
sincere.
I've never
This is
been
sincere.
married.
This is sincere.
Because I know the difference.
Hold on, listen.
Because
and
I
and I
know
appreciate you on that.
that a person's supposed to
Hold on, listen.
present themselves
This
in a
is one
certain
of the
manner
reasons
before
why-
they are
That's maybe
equal
the
to
main
that type
reason
of
why.
Hold on,
relevance.
let me talk to the host with the mostest.
I got
This is
we
one
in
of the
there.
things. This is one of the reasons
got a
why
really interesting
it's a struggle with
conversation
marriage
tonight,
because people stop running after. You're supposed to run harder. True. But it's hard to when you've been running to this finish line. You get to marriage. The wedding was amazing, and all of a sudden you stop cooking. All of a sudden you stop pumping gas. All of a sudden you stop rubbing her
Because you done
back.
got comfortable.
All of a sudden,
But the marriage
and
was
I'm
bad for a lifetime.
I'm talking about it on
So
both.
the people
I'm
who
talking about it on
stopped
both
running
sides.
wasn't
It ain't
committed to
no
that
picking on the
marriage in
man.
the first place.
It ain't no picking on the man. It ain't no picking on the
Because
woman.
if they was, they would have
Yeah,
moved differently.
big talk. I hear you. It ain't about.
At the end of
it
the
ain't
day,
about that. Look, go ahead,
It's
Kayla, because
too-
you just really
it's
talking
too
about
si- because you trying to
Big
make it be,
talk. I
you
bet
trying
you
to
got
say
it.
that it's general, but what you saying ain't general.
It is general.
no,
It's
no.
happening to the world.
It's
The way
happening
you
to
were,
who?
Stop.
the way
It's
you
happening to
were,
who?
the way,
People stop.
the way
What
you
is
were
you
People
saying.
people be together for
Like
11 years
like
and
you
get divorced in
mentioned,
2.
like you mentioned,
It
I've never
happens.
been
Wait, what?
married. But what I realize is some of the characteristic
You
traits
lied
as
at
to
it.
why I have never been
Why you
married,
picking on the
because I can't even lie, people have wanted to marry me, was because I didn't see that type of end picture with them. Because I
Just
didn't
clicked on
paint
the
a whole
That's a different
masterpiece
subject
where
there,
I
baby.
could
We
be
can talk
on
about that next
on
week.
a visual type of realization to where
No, I agree with you on
like because a lot of reason why it
I
goes
know I
wrong
killed
is
that.
because
Cheers.
people rush to their judgment and they get with somebody that they don't know. If
That
you
happens
know
a lot.
who you marry, because if you marrying someone, you need to know them.
Exactly.
To a certain extent, because at the cool,
No,
you
no, no,
really
you need
can
to know
never
them
know
fully.
anyone. You see how that went? Like, you see how that went?
I'm
Like,
glad y'all brought that up.
you never can know anyone
Hold on.
fully. You never can know
Like that
anyone
fool I
to
just
like.
said?
I know people that got divorced
Nothing.
after 24 years, and you was
Nothing.
like, damn, I
That's
never
only
would have
because
thought.
they
Sure,
knew
that's
that
what-
person
but I
But
broke-
at
fully.
the
broke the
same
egg, y'all.
time,
You cracked that
you
egg,
can't
so
put
that
was a
hair's
big
still
ass
the
egg.
yolk.
No, he really didn't even crack the egg. He left the egg in a fucking box. He put everybody in one location.
The
That,
majority.
which is why we
He
end up
cracked the
getting.
egg while it was still in the box.
It
So when
wasn't
I'm going to pick my egg, I look through that cart and I'm like, oh, somebody didn't crack this
That's
one.
what Jazzy thing. Jazzy feels as a production issue. The fact is, she's speaking on personal.
No.
I'm speaking on people galore. I'm speaking on the
But
masses.
what
No,
did
we're
he
speaking
say?
general.
I'm
Can
speaking
we
on the
rewind to
masses.
see
This
exactly
majority
what
we
he
speaking
said?
on.
Speaking
Roll that
Ain't no
beautiful
personal
bean,
He
please.
We're
just
not having
So-
come on, bushes.
So,
We're
This ain't
not
no
having
personal. Hey, stop
personal.
pointing at me. That's
It
personal.
wasn't personal.
We're not personal.
but hold on.
You're taking it as personal.
He
But-
took it personal.
but-
I was very
I'm glad that was brought up
Thank you.
because
What you
it
got?
segues into our last topic, which is we've had these
That's why
5
I
love
told you
languages.
Oh, you out here to destroy them?
Right.
No, she's out here to be a woman.
I'm
On
not
my
here to say
side,
that.
we're outruled
What
by
you
y'all right
explained,
now.
what
trying
you
to save
explained was
Realest motherfucker
what
in.
he explained
Say,
was
man.
was a sentence that didn't put a forefront in front of what they
Go to the
began.
comments.
You didn't
Who you
start
with?
it. You
I'm
didn't
going
start
right
it off
now.
on a rock. You started it off on a wood, and the wolf blew that
Man,
bitch over.
I just care about people.
So
They said it wasn't hay, it wasn't brick,
Go ahead,
it was a.
I
just care about people, bro.
Well, some people start that
Other
shit
than
on a
myself.
boulder because they actually.
Erica said rewind.
So, I'm glad y'all brought that up because it
Erica
segues
said
us into our
rewind.
last topic.
What you got?
We've had
She
these
said
5 love
rewind
languages
just now.
to teach us for
Rewind.
years, right?
Whoa, start over again.
We've had these love languages to teach us for years, right?
Yeah.
Five love languages.
So
Stanley,
why is
stop
it
laughing.
that the majority of our community is single?
Ooh.
Everybody got quiet.
Because
Why is it that
Because
we know
nobody
these
is,
rules?
everybody is expecting someone to compromise, but nobody is willing to accept the person who they meet
everybody,
for the person that they are.
for me, the teachers have changed. The teachers that we came from on a different level of what love meant and what a commitment was and what
But you know what
standing
love
on. No. Because a lot of grandmothers and things that went what they went through, that was raising their parent, raising their children and stuff, they did it on the commitment. Everybody's scared of that now. Everybody don't want to just get that one person because they scared they gonna miss something, and then they end up really missing missing the one,
I believe in you.
thinking that it was
You got
something
so much- I
else.
understand what you were
Fake
saying.
I
news.
completely
Listen.
You
understand
say
that.
fake news.
I understand.
You got
Fake
100%.
news.
You got 100%
Fake news.
back on that.
Listen,
No, you got 100% on that
the
one.
teachers, listen, let me go back though. Let me finish on the platform though. The teachers that taught the
didn't wanna
commitment
be
of
in
what
the
a
podcast.
relationship and men on studying some things, they sacrificed for who they was dealing with.
As did
Nowadays, somebody being a trick. If you're giving somebody something because you want to be
pointed at you.
infatuated,
Well, yeah, they
somebody
tricking.
could everything that was a trick. You laying out your words of affirmation and acts of love, but what if really your partner wanted something else,
No,
and
it's
you
not
you
plugging,
just thought that
baby.
was their
No,
love
it's
language for
the
them,
shit.
but you didn't even realize or how to recognize what that love meant to them. Like some people miss out on that type of shit because they never had an example of what it was supposed to be like. Somebody could be doing that exact same thing that you actually desired or wanted to you but you don't have a reflection on what that feels like. It's just your picture. And you don't see it when somebody's giving it to you from them because you said, you know how love can be different. All of these things, acts, time, love, the way you show them can be different. But like overall, right now, don't nobody sacrifice nothing for the one another, and like that's why they never click, they never mesh. It'd be the one little thing that crumbled the whole.
Chris, what you got?
And Kayla, I appreciate everything you said. You're so beautiful. You're such a great woman. And I appreciate that. Man, I appreciate that. But I'm going
From
to
a
tell you
single
something.
reflection.
Before my grandfather passed,
Some people just
I
don't
opened
want to
his
do
eyes to
nothing.
something that he didn't even know.
Thank you, baby.
They want everything, but they
listen.
won't do nothing.
Thank you, baby.
Listen,
what?
and I thank you too.
You're welcome.
Before my grandfather
Because
passed,
I really didn't even.
And you see, and you say I was quiet the whole time you was talking. Give me the same respect.
Oh, wow.
I'm just asking.
Be respected,
I
fam.
get mixed
Find
up
your
on my
space.
mind.
Find your
King,
space.
King.
Because I really just
I really
let
wanna
you
say
win.
this.
I really didn't even have to pause when I was.
No, you did a great job, and everything you said was great, and I appreciate it.
I'm but I just
All
like, it's not what you do, it's how.
I don't know why I'm the only person who gets subjected to not. Like, damn, I got the.
Bro, they was getting on my ass too. Go ahead, though. Run the
y'all
play.
invited
All
us.
right, so my grandfather. Okay, so when I was in high school, my grandfather was proud of me
I
about
really
running
do
track.
like flowers.
He was proud of me about singing or whatever, right? So I had several girls coming to the house, and he was just like, "Man, when I was your age, I knew who I was gonna marry at 15." And I said, "Papa,
That's on you.
how many people you went to school with?" He said, "About 100." I go to school with 1,200.
Yeah.
I said, Papa,
That part.
how many people did you have access to?
1,500.
Okay, I got you. I said, Papa, how many people you had access to? I said, Papa, I'm gonna let you know right now. If I wanted to, I can get on the internet and I can talk to a woman in Japan. Could you do that?
Egypt.
When a woman moved from your city or your street, Papa,
For you.
she went 20 miles away, but you never saw her again. Y'all,
Erica said facts, Caleb.
that's facts, Kay. I love that.
Because they was
But
closed.
listen, what I'm saying
and I'm
is,
open.
my papa at that moment realized
Well, he was.
he had
Y'all
no
might have been
idea
open. I
the
don't know.
temptation that our generation holds. We can talk to people across the world.
Yeah.
We can be right here and talk to somebody in Germany, Korea, wherever. It's so much opportunity out here as far as relationship. When they grew up, it was only 6 girls who was beautiful, 6 girls that can cook, 6 girls that can run fast, 6 girls that can help you with the mechanics. They only
That don't mean
wait.
shit.
It was easier.
Oh.
No, I'm not saying they were
still on
wrong.
here?
Yes, we
I'm
still
saying that it was
That don't
hold on, wait,
mean
listen, this is a
shit.
great point. It's a great
That's
point.
been on at the
King,
last
and I want you to listen to me on
shows,
this. And my papa even admitted to this. It was easier for them to choose their mate and marry them at 18 because they knew they knew what they were dealing with as far as who they had options
Off
for.
the rip.
When MySpace came out, we was fucked.
That part, because we got exposed to everybody
We was fucked.
who wasn't around us.
You could be going to Carter.
We had a wider range.
I didn't even date nobody who went to
if
my
you
high
know
school,
what
bro.
you
I never
want.
dated. I dated girls from Carter, Kimball, Sock, Lincoln. I went to Vail. I dated girls from Garland, Saxe. Shout out to Dundrea. I dated girls that went from Pleasant Grove. I ain't never been to Pleasant Grove when I was young, but they were they were accessible to me.
Yeah.
He had 40 women to choose from. It was easy to make that decision. It was easy to marry her. It was easy. Like, and I told my papa, you cannot judge me based on my circumstances.
Did you know?
And he agreed with me
Do you
as
know
a
what you
man.
wanted,
You know how hard it is
though?
for an old ass nigga to agree with you?
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Do you know what you wanted though? Because
I
if you
didn't
know
know what
what
I
you
wanted,
want,
but it's easy to-
it didn't matter if
So-
it was a billion bitches.
Kayla, to your
That
words,
part.
to
It
your
didn't matter if it was
words,
1,000 bitches.
To
It
your
don't matter
words.
what you've been exposed to.
It
as
wasn't
long
none
as
of y'all
you
in
knew
their
what you
villages, by the way.
wanted.
It wasn't none of y'all in their villages.
I'm
They have
gonna
none of that
rebuttal
shit.
you real quick, and I'm gonna say I called your statement fake news, and here's why.
He said fake news.
Oh,
As a single black man,
yeah.
my goal in life now is to look for a wife, right? Period. That's the end of discussion. So you can't say
Nowadays.
that no one's looking for that. Now, on the flip side, you said that the teachers are teaching people how to love. When you find out for yourself that something you're doing is wrong or the way that you're loving is wrong, you're supposed to go out and search for yourself on how, A, you want to be loved, and B, the type of love that you want to reciprocate to someone.
That part.
That's how it's supposed to go.
I agree.
So your teacher should be yourself. We can see other people,
That's
what
what I
other
was
people's
saying
love is, and
earlier.
oh, this is cute. That's a great
exactly what I was
example.
saying.
About what
earlier.
I'm talking to you.
You're
Said
leaving
why
it
you,
on
but
upon
you,
somebody
wait,
else.
because wait a minute. I answered your question, which was
Why is
do
everyone
you
single?
think that black women are single?
I didn't say black women.
He
No,
didn't.
say
He
black
said,
women.
"Why
He
is
said
everyone single?"
Everyone.
Okay, well, Why do you think that everyone is single?
So, the
My
reason-
whole standpoint to what I said was nobody
What you just
sacrifices
said,
for
we had
each other
a more
anymore.
variety.
There's no
Yeah.
trust. Everything's
Because
broken
it's not
because
just
of all
in
of
a
the
state or
social
in
media
our
bullshit.
town.
The insecurity level
We
is
had a
through the
wider
fucking
range.
roof. And like,
Yeah.
nobody pays
That's
attention
what
to
MySpace
the
opened
really
up for
detailed,
us.
intimate things that someone
Exactly.
might do for another
It's
person
harder.
out of
That's
love,
factual.
out of the kindness of their heart, out of their acts of love, out of their touch for love, out
That's
of
what
their
we went to
words
on
of affirmation,
affirmation.
out of the way they step for them,
Exactly,
out of the way
exactly,
you move for a motherfucker.
exactly.
If we have to pay attention to the detailed things out here in life, and you weren't on this superficial type of level to where all these materialistic things in social media and what somebody else thought about how y'all felt about each other mattered, then none of those other things would influence it. But it all boils back down to what? Influence. Where
So-
we live in this day and age.
Do you think that love is patient?
I think it is supposed to be patient, but everyone has forgot how to do that.
It's kind as well.
Exactly, and everybody's forgot how to do that. And so, because so many people have
Absolutely, Miss Howard.
misinterpreted what the
Absolutely.
example is, because some of the things
Sam,
I often
look what your
reflect
wife
upon
just
is like,
posted.
why didn't I
Why you
see?
telling my business?
I'm
When
just
somebody
saying.
said,
I said Miss
when
Howard.
somebody
Everybody
said,
should know who she
oh, I
is.
felt this way about you, but you never talked to
Absolutely.
me. It was kind of like,
100%.
well, why didn't
100%.
I see that? Why didn't I reference that? And overall, it went back to I didn't
put your
have an
business out there
example
3
of
times
how that was supposed to look. So I didn't know. Like I missed it. And when that instance hits, it's kind of like, well, what do you do with that? Overall, if I had a better example of what that was supposed to look like,
Cheers.
then I could have had a better
Cheers.
judgment on the choice that I made for that, which is why most of us now miss out when we're like,
Cheers.
we're waiting on that one love. We're waiting on that person that'll show all of those 5 things, and they never do. But they probably did.
But
You
we're
just
giving
didn't
them
never
Pay
know
attention.
What she's saying is so real, though.
that's what
I'm
it
not-
was.
y'all gotta give it to Kayla.
Because
She's
you
saying some real shit.
you
And
never
Kayla was
saw
the
an
first one.
example of
Kayla
it.
said some real shit.
Exactly.
Prima Donna, quick remove your comments.
It was kind of like, damn. Well, that's what you meant. But then when you think back on it, you be like,
She
I can
retracted
see that
her
now.
comment.
you know,
I don't know
I
what
don't
it
know.
was.
Like,
She posted it, and just as I looked
Yes,
down
sir.
it, just as
Sorry.
both of us looked down,
Mr. Clean,
she
Mr. Clean.
retracted it.
that was for real, for real.
Oh shit, I ain't got no mic on. I just been talking area. I've been talking to y'all mics. What the
Hey, Ariel.
What was the question? Why we sing? Why folks sing?
So why having the 5 love
He said
languages at our
Ari, not
fingertips?
Ariel.
Why is there a lot of people that are single?
Because
This generation.
I won't even say this generation. I think it's just people
What?
people
Let the
from
king speak.
people from back at the beginning of time. If we've always had 5 love languages, I think it is your, as an individual, responsibility to figure out what you would require, what is your love language, and what love language you are willing to give your partner.
Preference.
You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of us don't do that shit. We don't know what we want and what we are willing to give, and then find someone that matches that. Because, I mean, let's think about it. It's 5 love languages, right? 5 cubed, 5 times 5, 25 times 5, 125. There's 125 different combinations of love languages, right? 125. 8 billion people on this planet. You don't know what they got. It's a gamble every time you hand out your number.
I'm sincerely
So-
happy you stayed.
I just think, like my girl just said, there's a whole lot of options out here. Wait, no.
Right.
Like Caress said, there's a whole lot of options out
He
here.
did.
And like
You
just
gotta
said,
know what you want anyway.
We aren't taught to learn what we want and learn what we want to give.
Exactly.
But see, that's the thing though. You can't teach me what I want. I know what I want.
No.
But
I know my
you're
preferences.
responsible for making sure.
But where
what
did you get your
receive
likability?
Is what you want. The only reason why
Can't
you don't
caress super.
receive what it is that you want and you deserve
You don't know if you
is
like
because
that.
of you sitting here assuming that everybody else is going to give you
No, not at all.
what
No.
you want.
So let me tell you
Is
something.
I'm
it
not
true
speaking to
that
you
women,
directly, I'm
that
speaking
men
to
find
you.
a wife? Is it
Look at the
true that
fingers.
men find a
He
wife
said, hold on,
based
wait,
a
chime
lot
in,
about
chime
their
in,
moms?
chime in,
Not
chime
at all. Let me tell you something. See, dating is like ice cream, right?
Oh, is it?
Growing
like
up
ice
as,
cream.
Oh, I gotta
grow-
hear this.
growing
You
up,
like certain flavors.
listen, growing up as a child,
I wanna
if you
hear
only
that.
ate chocolate ice cream,
Yep.
you wouldn't understand the thrills of having vanilla. or
Ooh.
sundae or strawberry or Neapolitan or cookies and cream
You
or
ate
all these
chocolate.
other flavors. So if you're not trying these other flavors, you stick in the one lane, you don't know what the hell is out there. And that's part of the problem. You too busy focusing on chocolate
Exactly.
when you should have been
The
tasting Rocky
teachers
Road.
have changed.
Have they?
Everybody taught us.
right about the teachers. That's what I was speaking of.
Everybody, your parents
Growing
and all of
up,
us taught
our
you
parents
that
taught
this
you,
is how it
you
was.
can't date this certain race, you can't date that certain race.
Even when it came to eating or how you exercise or what you was doing,
Exactly.
what your characteristic traits in some senses come from the environment that you come from.
talk with
And when
the
they say
shoulders.
the environment, you know what I'm saying? We here, but at the
hit
same
some
time,
points.
That's why
because
Kayla
of
need to be on these
Kayla,
podcasts.
tag me in on
So-
your
Prima
page.
Donna just shut it down in the chat. She said love is an egoless language.
Ego.
Egoless language.
Period.
Right. No, it's selfless. No,
It's selfless
my word
and
is
egoless
selfless.
and
I
boundaryless.
said a
I
lot of
believe
people
there's no boundaries
don't
in love.
sacrifice nothing for nobody else, and if they do it with, well, I'm gonna sacrifice it because of this, which means it's not.
But
a
that's
sacrifice.
compromising.
It's not a
And
sacrifice.
Miss Erica Kidd
Let
said,
me
hold
throw
on,
Rico
hold
in
on. Let me
here.
say this
It
real
means
quick.
I'm not-
Miss Erica Kidd said it the first. To compromise for what? For what reason?
What do you mean?
You
Love,
gotta kill
love
that.
is
If you
compromise.
love.
Love is compromise.
It is compromise.
But to compromise for what and for what reason?
You have to figure that out.
I have to have a reason.
It's not
and
gonna
for
be-
who and for what I am compromising.
If it's
because if I
really-
compromise for no reason,
Yeah.
for no sacrifice
Yeah.
from the other party, and for no explanation, what is love that you're giving me?
Right.
If
But that's why you have to verify
Love
everything.
is selfless.
See, the thing is,
Love.
It's
There is
selfless
no-
and it's unity all in one.
I got a monkey wrench for y'all.
Selfless.
Let's say a man comes in here right now. He
Hold on,
he,
we
he
about to
does
play that.
everything that you would want in a man, but the nigga's 5'2" and he ugly.
It don't mean
I'm
shit
a
to me.
You gonna let him walk out?
There's no sacrifice in that because love is not on a physical
and he's
appearance.
ugly for all them other
Because
qualities.
he gonna
Hell, you
appreciate me
say-
better than
Hey, I've
any
been
fine
telling
ass
them
man,
to-
Yeah.
I've been
any pretty boy out
I've
here.
been telling
That little ugly ass,
Listen,
that little ugly,
You looking at
that
Quasimodo every day.
hey,
nigga whole
story.
I've been telling them to bring me an ugly nigga because the pretty ones don't know what a sacrifice
That nigga
means.
Yeah.
stole.
You heard
They
me?
don't have
If you want to
resist that.
sacrifice me, I've been telling them to pop out
Bring
with
me a
something.
big boy
because,
or a
because
short
when
little
the
motherfucker.
ones that look good got the same personality, so at the same
But the
time,
ones that look good
that's
done
so
fed up by
it's
everybody
superficial
else.
because if
Boy.
the look even mattered on that, then you
Real
didn't
nigga
even
shit
see
podcast of my
past nothing.
Real nigga shit.
So
If your heart shows true, that's all that matters.
We're gonna put that to the test.
yeah.
Hopefully you lovely ladies will participate in real nigga shit speed dating this Valentine's Day.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something.
We
I'm gonna
real
tell you
nigga
something. What
shit.
these niggas
Love
don't
is life
know.
and
Caress
pain
gonna
at
get
the
out
same
something and say,
goddamn time.
No.
Absolutely
What
right.
happened? What an ugly
Love
nigga
is
said.
life and pain at the same
Love
goddamn
is
time.
all right. I'm
Be
gonna agree
trying
with
to-
these
Thank
women.
you, baby. That's
Let's
on your
do
woman.
shit.
That's
When
my
you love
man
them,
right
let's do
there.
too. Let me
They
say
be
Love
like,
is life
oh,
and
she
pain
loves
at
Let
the
me say
same
something.
motherfucking
My
time.
partner watching right now. I see you
Cheers to
watching.
that.
I'ma talk about this nigga on live on my mama.
Oh shit.
This nigga
Looks
watching. I
ain't shit.
actually asked the nigga so
Hey,
he'll
and
understand.
people tell me I'm pretty all
He-
the time. That shit don't mean
That don't
a
mean shit.
motherfucking thing.
Nigga,
Do you
do
see
it.
what I
I
have?
had it.
Motherfucker
Look,
can say you
Do
pretty.
you see what I have up here?
Bitch ass thing.
Oh,
Do you
y'all
see what I
smart
have
as
in
fuck.
here?
Y'all are
Before
smart
you
as
see
fuck.
all of this
I'm gonna be
physical
honest
shit.
with you. The reason why marriages is less important now because back then people needed for status purposes. It was to control environment, but women have got colossal. So it's hard to hone in on a woman when she already can do everything on her own. And you know, it's harder for us. Back in the day, I said, Papa, the woman you was with didn't make $200,000 a year. Come on now. Like you can
ain't
bribe her.
when
You
you
can
making
keep her in that house for 50
$300,000
years because she needed you. These women, they don't need us. But I'm telling you like this. Hold on, Jonathan Roberson. I'm talking to you right now, little
Oh
boy.
shit, he said
Men
that.
Hold on,
can't
wait.
be
Hold on,
submissive.
Katie. Let me
said
talk to
nigga
this
whole
nigga.
name.
And this ain't about nobody but this
Men
nigga.
can't be
The nigga
submissive.
came to me. Hold on. Nigga was in a 3-year relationship.
If she make
Hold on, wait.
200K,
Nigga was in,
you
it's
do
all
other
about
shit.
circumstance, right? It's about your situation.
Or you make 200K
And
too.
Kayla, I want you to hear this too. I want
And
you
we
to hear this too,
hire
Kayla.
a
I want you to hear this too. Because we talking about Jonathan Roberson right now.
Okay, who the fuck
Jonathan
Jonathan
Roberson,
Roberson?
you on the line, baby. I see you out there. Nigga,
Miss Cleo.
nigga came to me. Hold on, nigga thought he knew my life. Nigga came to me and told me,
That's why I don't wanna be
hey
on
man,
y'all
it's,
podcast.
hold on, he told me, King, hold on, Somebody
You
listen.
talk.
One of the women listen.
Y'all
Hold on, let me talk.
The mic's on.
Don't do that.
Let the nigga run the play.
All right, let me talk. I want to talk to Lord. I want to talk to Lord, but I can't do that if everybody talking at the same time.
Go for it.
The nigga came to me, King. Hold on, sit back so I can talk to my nigga King.
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me.
No, you the shit too. On my mama.
Hold on.
King, the nigga came to me and told me I had just became an R&B singer and I was happy about it. I didn't know what to do. I was a track star. I didn't know what to do. People come to me and I ain't never had this type of situation, right? The nigga came to me and told me, hey, Chris, I've been in a relationship for 3 years. You keep popping the girl to girl. He said, you need to start being like me and be faithful. That's what he told me. He been with the same girl for 3 years. The nigga ain't got no job. He go home every day. He talk to her on the phone every day. He don't see nobody. He don't play sports. He don't do shit, right?
Damn.
I said, hold on, this is real shit. Jonathan Robertson, I told the nigga, I said, say, hold on, wait. I said, say, fam, we got a screen tour. We got a screen tour. I want you to come with me on the screen tour, right? We went to go open up for B2K. Hold on, this is my singing group.
Yeah.
I was in middle school.
Hold on, now. This is one of the biggest issues niggas don't understand.
I was in middle
Speak
school.
on what you know.
Yeah.
The nigga been with the same girl for 3 years. The girl, by the way, the girl tried to holler at me first. I turned her down.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, Jonathan. And you know I'm not lying, nigga.
This finna go south.
Hold on, no, this finna go north, east, and west. Hold on, King, I'm talking to you.
He said, I ain't gonna put my business out there.
What niggas don't realize is, women are smart. Women on the road don't give a fuck about your status. They give a fuck about you not being in their city the next day because that's how women cheat.
They give a fuck about
Hold
you not
on, wait.
being
Women are smarter than us.
giving out the motherfucking pipe.
Hold on, I'm only talking loud because y'all talking at the same time.
Ain't nobody talking but you.
Hold on, so let me fit. No, you talking too. I hear you. Whatever the fuck you said. But look, King, the nigga told me I should be like him. I said, come on tour with me, baby. I said, hold on, Kayla, I told the nigga, come on tour with me.
What?
Ooh, I love the fact she love me too. I told niggas, I said, come on tour with me, man. He came on tour. He didn't realize the girls weren't there for the niggas who was performing. They was there for niggas who weren't gonna be there tomorrow.
That's what I be saying.
They came to my door. Hold on, listen. And I ain't gonna lie, I put a wrench in there. They came to my door. They were like, hey, what's up? I said, no, he next door. That's what I said. That's what I said. I said, I said, oh no, he's next door. This the faithful nigga for 3 years who work in the warehouse, right? Ain't seen no bitches. And then they came to his door. I don't know. Hold on, listen. I don't know what happened, King. Next morning I wake up, I go to his door. Bitches answer.
But you're the faithful one.
Bitch ass nigga, you don't know what the fuck my situation or what I go
But you were
through.
the faithful.
My shit is different than your shit. If you ain't in my shoes, don't talk shit. These women are fucking amazing.
He didn't say don't talk shit. He said don't talk shit.
What?
I'm just saying, niggas be thinking that they know your situation. It's all circumstantial. If Nicki Minaj walk in this bitch, and I know girls don't like her, but I like her.
I like
If she walk over here and she tell me nigga too. Nigga might fucking
I like her too. What
nigga
you
might
talking about?
If Nicki Minaj walk in this bitch and say, lick my toe.
I like Cardi.
You might go around
Fucking foot.
and lick that toe.
I'm a
Bitch ass nigga. If you don't know what the fuck
Don't
my
be a menace in the
and they go back to my grandfather. My grandfather has
relevant.
my grandfather knew.
I'm lost now.
And they go back to my. I'm gonna go back to it. My grandfather knew nothing. What's the word when girls coming at you? What's the word? When all this it start with a T. It start with a T. When all these women coming at you at the same time.
And then terrorize.
No.
What did you say?
That's with an E, baby.
No.
heard
What's
what
the
I'm
word?
saying.
We too smart for
We too
this.
smart for this shit.
We too smart for this. What's the word when you got my temptation level was just higher than yours, bro.
There you go.
Oh, temptation.
My temptation level was just high. I told my papa, my temptation
I
level.
know you was.
He ain't never met a Kayla with no motherfucking pink lip on,
Thank you,
with no
Sammy.
goddamn baby
That's
hair.
the first
He
song
ain't never
that
met a
popped in
motherfucker
my
with
head.
dreads with a goddamn blue diamond. Nigga ain't never seen her like that. He just seen.
Oh, you ain't never seen that with the blue
You ain't never
diamond?
seen that. And when you see it, you act like
Little
I
freckles on the
do. You
face.
act just like I do. And Jonathan. Granddaddy and Jonathan.
But you see how small
With
that
your
was
butt
of
ass.
a mind.
And he's single to this day. Ever since he went on that trip, he realized he was a hoe.
Why? Because Papa was a Rolling Stone.
He went to Rolling Stones, but he was
Real nigga shit
the one that was
Real
claiming
nigga
that.
shit podcast.
He was the one that was claiming he wasn't a Rolling Stone. Hold
Happy
on.
fucking Valentine's Day, because Papa was a Rolling Stone, is what he
But he was the
said.
main one that was claiming he wasn't a Rolling Stone.
He could have changed
The
that
niggas
shit
who wrote
up.
that song
That
were
ain't
professional
shit.
artists.
You sat here and tried to chastise my friend.
Right.
The royal princess of Munda is in this motherfucker.
It's 2021.
Listen.
Change that. Change that shit up.
It's worse. You gonna stop all the
and-
bad bitches on Instagram? You
And
can't stop them.
final words.
Shit, get them bitches down. Take out that
The
shit.
love language is always supposed to be a reminder. A
gonna find a
reminder on what to look for when
Stop
loving
turning
your
the flowers
mate.
I gave you.
Let the nigga
It's not a guide.
There you go.
It's just a tool to use whenever you're courting someone or you call yourself in love with someone.
Yeah.
If your language is lacking somewhere, you can read and figure out where you need to pick up. That's what it boils down to. The moral of today's show is love someone because someone loves you. With that being said, always remember, a gentleman never kisses and tells.
Gangster never fucking
And the
snitch.
motherfucker never bounce that ass.
We out.
Unless it's some cash.
There you go.
Oh, tricking if you got it. Oh, they're gonna
Okay.
trick.
All y'all looking for a
Oh,
trick.
they're gonna trick.
They all looking for a trick. They always looking for a trick.
All these folks are gonna have
I
my
don't
shit
give a fuck
red.
what it is.
That's what
God
you
damn, hold on, clean this
said.
shit up.
I am, obviously.
If you gonna hit my cash
You
out,
just said the whole bouquet that I gave you
Somebody
for
said,
Valentine's
"You know,
Day.
David Perez,
I was
he sings
gonna
more than
destroy
songs."
You
him
want $40
anyway.
quick.
boy, they
Look,
talking about
the whole
Caress dry
bouquet
snitching.
is
What they say?
Look.
Caress
Say,
dry
don't do
snitching.
What? You know
Don't do
what?
no double caress. He sings more than songs.
Who said that? Who said it? Who said it? Who said it?
He sings more than songs.
Whatever.
Come here.
What is he doing?
Come here.
Here.
Who said I sing more than songs though?
Oh, it's so funny.
I'm Steve Harvey the guy.
It's already wrapped up, Carla.
Go pee.
In the
Go
camera.
pee.
Carla needs to
Who
stay
said
out
I
of my
sing more than
bed.
songs? I want to know who said that.
Carla,
Carla. Carla. You goddamn right. Niggas don't know what it
Wait
is
right
until they get out there and get in the dirt.
you on
you on
Get in
camera.
the dirt with
You
me.
on camera, baby.
Oh, you on camera though, for real. You twerking on camera.
I don't even think she
Move a
in
little
view.
bit to the right.
Actually,
Move
Go
a
this
little
way.
bit to the right.
Stay right there.
Bust it.
Yeah, I gotta pee too. Hold on. Let me.
You out of focus.
That means my safety is
That means that your ass shouldn't have lied about not wanting to be on the podcast.
want to be on y'all podcast, but y'all forced me and shit.
But you had a lot to talk about. You know what? Next time moving forward,
Fucking question.
next time moving forward, your ass is gonna be on this show.
Not to answer me because
So Dragonfly Effect said y'all still live, y'all.
Oh,
No
we know
lies
that.
detected.
We know.
Yes, sir. We still going in. All right, everybody. I see y'all out there. I'm my mama, man. I ain't gonna lie for nobody. I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. Nobody.
Yes,
exactly.
1,000%.
Nah, cause when nigga come at me on some shit,
Biz,
and I prove him wrong, he gonna have to.
Biz, cut.
Hey, I just made
Scene,
I just made
scene,
these words on this
scene.
podcast. I made
We
these
need to end
words.
it. We need
Bitch
to
ass
end
came up
it.
there and gonna fuck all them bitches, nigga. I thought you was 3 years in. Nigga. You don't know my fucking struggle, nigga. All these
we
beautiful-
done.
All these beautiful motherfuckers. All these beautiful motherfuckers out here, bro. Fuck, hey,
I've been looking for you for 29 minutes.
hey, y'all see the drunk video? Cut the shit.
Cut the shit. It's
Cut the shit.
done.
Hey, I might have been drinking, but I wasn't motherfucking driving.
Get in.
I might have been
Well.
drinking. I might have been drinking, but I wasn't motherfucking driving.
Done, data. It's a done data.
I
Biz,
might have
end the
been
video.
drinking, but I wasn't motherfucking driving.
What's up, Dragonfly? What's up, Carla? Erica Kane, can't see you this weekend.
rubbing your booty on
Prima
live.
Donna,
What the fuck you
Savon
doing?
Howard, Miss Carla. What's up?
I gotta go pee. I'm waiting on her ass.
People keep talking they gotta
Why
go
you
pee.
waiting on me to
It's
pee?
a whole
You said you
bathroom,
had to
two
go
of
to
them.
pee.
Two of them.
But I said a minute, like 3.5
But your
seconds.
ass
Shout out to King Caress
She
hooked in this
just
bitch in
came
Dallas,
over here and picked
and my
up
nigga
the whole
Royal
bottle.
Lane
She did.
Studios, Cam Music Group,
That shit good,
Biz
man.
in this bitch, got my nigga Mello. You ain't know Mello, you know what I'm saying?
That's not your shit, friend.
You know what I'm saying? Vegas to
It's
go
for
party
everybody.
buses. We got Real Nigga Shit podcast. You Talk Too Much podcast.
It's Jen.
Yeah, I know.
Vic, if you ain't know the shit, you know
That's
what I'm
probably
saying?
why the podcast got a little bit. See, that didn't I say? But remember when we had this conversation about Jen before any of this started? And I was like, wait a minute.
He went to the bathroom.
It's all.
Yeah.
What, this,
Oh, we muted. Mute us.
Oh, Biz.
see.
Mutation.
Oh, okay. I'm not
Mutation
finna
is
talk to y'all no more.
it's supposed to be an
Hey, but this shit fire though.
You gonna mute?
This kind of this kind
Oh,
of
we good.
I told you.
Oh, I told you.
Wait a minute.
We know we still live.
He said. Who said? What are the?
Fuck the dumb shit.
No, you.
Fuck the government.
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay, I'm quiet again.
Shout out to Joe Biden for calling the first white people ever thugs. I appreciate you for that statement. White people ain't never been called thugs until Joe Biden, the first president ever to say, these thugs that broke into the Capitol.
So was this considered? Are we still live?
Yep.
He live as fuck.
Can you please? I mean,
He ain't gonna do shit. He cool back there. He P. Diddy.
well, I ain't gonna say no more. You motherfuckers, something else. Y'all different.
That's
I try
real
to
nigga
hold my
shit Kyle
composure
had right
'cause I
there.
cuss a lot.
That was good, though.
I told you. I told you.
I thought I was leaving too.
I
I
thought you
should
was
have
leaving.
left.
I thought you was.
I should have left because you showed was like she changed her mind.
I thought you was leaving 3. You thought you was leaving 2. I thought you was leaving 3.
I should have fucking
On my
left.
mama. But you stayed.
got me out here
And you
acting
had
like
some
I'm-
good points.
Can be in love.
You had some good
and
points.
shit.
I appreciate your
So you saying you
your
can't be in
commentation.
love?
Not in this day and age.
She ain't
Why
capable.
not?
You incapable.
This the only day
What
and
did
age
I
you
just
got.
say?
This the only day and age you
I
got.
don't see
Let me get
any
the fuck.
of the things that were of a concrete value of essence of what the responsibility of love and communication really means anymore. I don't know what the example of that is supposed to be. And
Then what you
unfortunately,
looking
I
at?
haven't ran across people that have come across me being the type of person I am that were willing to, I mean, you can't mark people to have